What's up, my peeps? How is everybody doing? I'm gonna join y'all here for Mother's Day. I've got some lovely, lovely ladies gonna join me this evening. And of course, without further ado, I have to get my double trouble partner in crime in here.
Hi, everyone and all.
What?
I hope everyone's having a fabulous Mother's Day.
That's right. Happy Mother's Day to you, my lovely. So we also are going to welcome in. She's got her camera there, but she's Miss Elizabeth, guys. Like, you all know her. She has been in the chat dropping some mad links. So let's take a minute. Give Miss Elizabeth a big shout out.
Thank you so much for joining us. Me and Shorty are stoked to have you on the show with us. You have no idea. This means a lot to us. You should tell us a little bit about yourself, Elizabeth.
If she can hear you.
Maybe.
She was there, but now she might not be, guys. So, but while she takes a minute to get back, we will take a minute to shout out our lovely peeps over here in the chat. Of course, you got the first man here was G-Man. Oh, I think Elizabeth is back.
Oh,
maybe. Can y'all hear me now?
There she is.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead and say hi to everybody, Miss Elizabeth.
Hi, all.
She's short and sweet, just like us, guys, okay? All right. So we got G-Man in here and Fuchsia. What's up, Miss Fuchsia? She was going to join us, but she got some stuff going on, so maybe we'll get Miss Fuchsia on here next Sunday, guys, okay? We got Magoo. What's up? Jay Blitz. Captain Comics. He's lingering.
The second show, at least. You know, me and you wouldn't let
what a freeze frame
it down if you would have missed number 2 as well.
True. We got Long Box Diving. What's up? What's up, Thunder God? Let's see. Right? Who else we got? What's up, Hack? I got Hack in here telling all the mamas happy Mother's Day. That's awesome, awesomeness. And we got the Art Chemist. What's up, Adrian? Got Adrian up in here. And speaking of Adrian, guys, there's Mr. Z Collects. And I want y'all to know, Mr. Z is the freaking man.
He's the best, for sure. And he's a She-Hulk fan, so he has my heart forever.
We all love that. But let me see. Give me a minute, guys, to work on something, because I have this awesome little clip that we're going to show you guys. Let's see. I'm going to let Miss Tori take over and talk for a minute.
He's even in the chat. I'm super stoked. Made a cool little thing for the whole community out there, and it was just too great to not share. He's also a huge member, like in auctions. He does badass mystery boxes that are one of a kind, made for whoever the said specific person is. We couldn't thank you enough, Adrian, for letting us share this little clip with the entire community as well, as soon as Shorty gets it going.
Let's see. Give me just a minute, guys.
And I see Lisa's in the chat as well. Thank you for joining us, Lisa.
Lisa, get from the on here.
But moving more over here. Isn't that right, Elizabeth?
Yep.
You know, Shorty, as soon as I get a computer, you're going to put me in charge of everything. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's just I forgot to get his preloaded up in this other section. So now I've got to go the long way about it.
It happens.
So go ahead and why don't you go ahead and start telling these guys what we're going to be talking about.
So today we decided that we were going to make a list in spirit of Mother's Day We are going to talk about some mothers that are honorable mentions as mothers. What we feel is the kind of top 5 heroes or heroes that are moms. Our villain moms is kind of a different list. If they necessarily aren't a villain, then they're a mom that turned out to be very villainous. And then we have an anti-hero list as well of mothers. Kind of giving a huge shout out to all the moms throughout comic books as well, with it being Mother's Day and in the spirit of the big holiday. And give me just one moment, Shorty. I'll be right back.
All righty, sweetie. All right, guys, let's see. I'm trying to get this to play for you because I think you guys seriously need to see this. It's freaking epic. What can I say?
What is she doing? Earth to Short Box. Oh, also, this is an open chat thing as well. If you feel that we should have had somebody on the list or maybe changed it around as well, feel free to interact with me and Shorty at any point during that time, especially if you feel that we missed a mom that you would have had on the list.
Uh-oh, did we lose Shorty?
I think we did. Oh,
no, I'm just backstage. I'm sneaking around back here, but I want to introduce somebody else to our panel real quick, guys. This is somebody that I've actually been kind of really waiting to meet, and we all finally get to.
Yay!
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
What's up, Miss Slim Jim? The best part of Thorough, right there, guys. You see,
it is. She's the one that keeps me grounded.
More beautiful half. No offense, Thorough.
Yeah, no taken. I could say that all day. But
just waiting facts.
Happy Mother's Day to everybody on here. Shorty, Smiley, Tori. Good to see you guys. Elizabeth. That goes with Little Black Canary. If you guys haven't heard her screams in the background whenever I'm doing an auction or something. That's
oh yeah, we know that lovely angel.
So how'd you guys spend Mother's Day so far?
Busy like every day as a mother.
Yeah.
Being a mother never stops.
Exactly. Amen. Just being a mama, doing my thing, just getting up every day, seeing them, it makes it worth it. It's my daughter sent me a little meme, and it kind of had a very good point in it. And the very end of it was, while being a parent may make you lose your mind, it also makes you find your soul. That couldn't be very more accurate. So,
my favorite book to read to the kids it's called Silly Wonderful You. And it's about how you couldn't realize life could be so messy and stressful and hectic and everything until a kid came along. But because they came along, your life has been so much better and blessed and all of that.
Exactly.
My favorite one to read to the kids. So even on those days I'm hard on you, know that I still love you just as much.
Yeah.
Yeah, our message is just listening to her screaming at us all day.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And you're about to have another one any day, correct?
Next month.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm like waiting to that moment. Yeah, and then it's another little girl, so she already knows.
Oh, lots of estrogen.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get some testosterone in here, because I told her we're gonna have to get a dog. So we're gonna have to get a dog.
That didn't help me because I have 3 daughters and a female dog. So
nah, I told her we're gonna have to get a boy. So she's like I'm down for it. She's like, I know you're gonna be overwhelmed with all the estrogen in the house, so.
I'm okay with that.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, because we're not planning on having any more after this. We're done.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
I'm
it.
literally done with pregnancy.
Just with the little one, and then this is this is why I wanted to come on here too, is to give a big shout out to all the moms out there. You guys, as much as men, yes, we're stupid. I will admit that. All right, but at the same time, you guys work your butts off. I've seen my mother do it. I've seen every mother that I've ever met out there do the things that they do. They go to incredible lengths for their kids, for their children, and I wanted to just give a big thank you to all of you out there, and all the moms, and hope everybody out there is having a happy Mother's Day. And once again, for all those that have lost their moms and things like that, I just tell you guys, they're always watching from up there. So make sure you're always on your best behavior, because whether you believe it or not, they're watching us, and they're making sure that that we're doing the right thing along with our families. One of the best things is you have to continue living life. That is like one of the no matter how tough it is, you gotta keep living life. That is 100% of a fact.
Yeah, we tried to give a shout out to all the moms that have lost, the moms that have, just fur babies. They're still moms too. The ones that just have plants because they're scared to try anything else because they have issues with those. All moms in general. Anybody that just does an extra effort to just care a little bit more and make someone feel like they're not alone and they have someone. That little bit of guidance and reassurance and security is definitely more than anybody could ever know. And it doesn't have to just be an actual biological mother form. A mom can come and
that's the same thing, and it goes both ways sometimes when you have parents, and and that goes for usually any family, because family doesn't always mean blood, because I've got some of the most dearest people to my heart. We don't share an ounce of blood, but they are more family to me than some of my natural blood. It's all about, at the end of the day, how they treat you as a person. And to me, blood ain't got nothing to do with it.
Nope.
So
we see it the same way. We have huge families on both sides, but at the end of the day, we've had friends that have come into our lives and they've become family to us. Perfect example we always speak about them are the art chemist and his wife Angie. Like, they have become they don't need to have our blood to be our family.
I've met some of the best people in this actual comic community that are better people to me than most people in my everyday life.
Exactly.
So
agreed. Speaking of that, we recently got that package from you yesterday, Thorough. We
I'm glad to hear that.
We could give you a big thank you shout out on that, but Captain hasn't decided if he wanted to do it on his channel or mine. So that's been the big debate there.
You guys got something coming from me as well. So I just wanted to let you know that was from an anonymous community member, and they went to great lengths, and they really appreciate you guys' honesty.
So we have to, I have to pre-read the notes before I can go live with them, because I don't want to bawl in front of everybody because I'm all emotional, So I'm like, oh goodness. All right.
I wrote a little something in there for you guys, and hopefully you enjoy what was in there. I mean, it does. It goes to show you just everybody that's in this community. Whether people want to think so or not, it's like I said, none of us know each other personally. But in the end, just from doing this and then just getting to know everybody, it makes such a big change. And then you start getting to know people just from the random acts that everybody does and what they do, just every day. And I've, one of the biggest things that I have to go is a lot of people know I'm a police officer. I've been a police officer. Jen has been one. I've been a police officer for 11 years. And one of the biggest things is that I just can't stand is lying. I've been lied to, for 11 straight years by people. So one of the biggest things is just that, honesty is such a key thing. And then that's where my respect comes out, for a majority of people. And I just say it time and time again. And for what you guys did, I can't commend you guys enough or thank you guys enough for what you had to do without even having to do it. You guys went on your own behalf and did what you did. And that's why I had to show a little gratitude and appreciation to you guys. And it also, is being shown from the community members to you guys. So Yeah, really
Well,
appreciate
it touches my big old sappy heart. You don't even know. I was like, do you think people think it's weird to send baked goods to everybody? Like, I bet not a lot of people get a homemade cookies and brownies.
But think about it, that's part of the Southern girl charm, you know?
you. There you go.
My mom sends homemade banana bread.
See, what's better to think about it when a man gets a box and he opens a box and he sees comics and cookies or brownies.
He's
You
an
gotta have like a box in between those so they're not touching because you don't want to ruin your comics with your food. I've thought a lot into this.
That's true.
Very true.
That's true. Let's see, guys, real quick. I want to share this screen with you guys, and I want to play this amazing video for all of my peeps out there. Okay, y'all got to see this.
Yes, it was too good. Not
Okay.
too
Let's see if I can get it to do it, guys. It's being slow. Come on.
I have full faith it'll work, Shorty.
Yeah, I've got to get the other tab. It's being a jackway.
It'll work. It just takes a while right now with so many people using the internet and just everybody
work,
being
we
at home and
get
everything.
7 times a day, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, I think this has got it. If y'all don't know Adrian, APM. Come on, you slow.
bugger.
Yeah, what you said.
Why, hello there. This is my special message to all you wonderful mothers out there. You may be a blue today. There's always sunshine when you're around. And I just have to say one thing.
Come,
Happy
gee
Mother's
whiskers.
Day to you. Oh, happy Mother's Day.
That's good old Adrian right there.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why it wants to be a butthole to me. There's just obviously so many people streaming right now that.
Beulah, I know you have dreams about me at night, man. So stop it.
Tell Tori to get off the Wi-Fi.
He's not even here. He's at work. I've got people. Well, I've got 2 daughters in there.
No.
I'm not even gonna lie. I go crazy with it sometimes and change the password in a midway through the day. Like, you know what? You don't want to listen to me? All right. And ain't none of you connecting today.
Mm-hmm.
We got 2 17-year-olds in the house and a 9-year-old that love the Wi-Fi. Let me tell you, it's the end of the day.
We have a 1-year-old that steals the Wi-Fi.
The 4-year-old, she comes up all the time all mad when I won't give her my phone. I need your phone. For what? You're 4. No, go on with your bad self. Do something. And the 2-year-old's been addicted to Shimmer and Shine lately. This morning she woke up and asked for Shine, and I was like, no, let's have some breakfast. She's like, no, Shine, and got like really upset. The first 15 minutes over Shimmer and Shine, I don't know.
No.
Bad stuff.
All right. So, Miss Tori,
Yes.
you want to give a shout out to my peeps in the stream for me while I'm getting this?
Yeah, I can. So it looks like we still have Fuchsia in the chat and Fox Crown, who is also from the pop community, joined in with us. And Barbarian Kung Fu, of course. Glad to have you, Barbarian. And Sam is in the chat. Who else we got? Bueller's now joining us as well. And then Fuchsia's still hanging out. And Totally Mitchin Collectibles. What else do we got? You know my internet's being slow. You jinxed it, Shorty.
We're gonna try this one more time, guys.
Well, what list do you want to start with as well when we do get started?
Tell me if it starts playing for you.
It's thinking.
Why, hello there. This is my special message to all you wonderful mothers out there. It may be a gloomy day. There's always sunshine when you're around.
Yeah, good play.
And I just have to say one thing. Happy Mother's Day to you. Oh, happy Mother's Day to you. I could have been a bad boy, but now I'm a good boy because of you. So happy Mother's Day to you. Oh, happy Mother's Day to you. I could have been swearing up and down the halls. I could have been spray painting all the walls. But I'm a good boy because of you. So happy Mother's Day to you. Oh, happy Mother's Day to you. So tell your family to cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Don't let your kids give you any crap today because it's your day. So happy Mother's Day to you. Oh, happy Mother's Day to you. I love you. Thank you all for everything you do. Happy Mother's Day.
See, wasn't that just too great not to share with the whole community? Be sure it got put on YouTube as well.
Was that not awesome? I know it blurred up on you, but shit, at least we got it to play, guys, right? We'll figure this crappy ass internet out at some point. It is what it is, but at least we got to hear Adrian's voice, right? That's all that mattered.
Exactly.
All right. So, want to get started with our list, and which one do you want to start
do this? Do it. We're gonna let you start.
Do you want to start with the honorable mentions, or the heroes, or the villains?
Hey, either way.
I'm down.
Which one? I'm gonna let you pick. Which list you want to start with?
Okay, and then wait. Do you want to read them from 5 to 1 or from 1 to 5? See, there's many decisions here. We got options.
No, we need to read from 5 to 1.
Charge, man.
From 5 to 1.
From 5 to 1. Okay. All right. So let's do our honorable mentions. So number 7, I have Freya, the mother of Thor and Loki. She didn't quite make the list because she's not an actual superhero, but she is a badass, and she did make sure both of them were at least mostly raised right. Definite prime example of you treat your kids the difference between right and wrong. It's their decision on which way to go with it.
Exactly.
So she has to be an honorable mention for sure. All right, yep. Shorty, I did not have a cover of that, but do you have a cover for number 6?
I do, and I'm going to show it, and I'm going to let you explain to these guys.
Why do I got to explain everything? You explain
our madness. You chose this one, didn't you? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to let her explain, and hopefully you sickos can keep up with us. I can't promise, okay?
Okay, so Shorty and I had to pull a Two Brothers, you know, Dustin from Two Brothers move and get some of our favorite characters on the list. So we picked Venom as an honorable mention because he technically is the mother and father to all the symbiotes that come about, which would also be Carnage.
When she comes with a point like that about Venom, how can I deny it?
Right? So Carnage would be his spawn, so he gets to be an honorable mention as well.
Yeah.
And then number 5 of honorable mentions.
And y'all, some of y'all, this one might kind of be a wow, because a lot of people don't think about her.
Well, okay, so we have Wonder Woman's mom. I'm going to use a Wonder Woman cover because I don't have a cover with her on there. But Queen Hippolyta, Hippolyta.
However the hell you want to say it.
So she's an honorable mention because she actually does raise Wonder Woman and all of that. And then number 4, you get to talk about Miss Shortbox.
Well, number 4, we come up with none other than Kitty Pryde. You can't go wrong with Kitty Pryde. Do you not agree? Come on, Thorough, you got to throw some stuff in here. You're being quiet over there.
Listen, I'm listening to the ladies. I want to hear these viewpoints from you guys because I'm always getting educated by everybody. So I'm actually interested. I'm glad you guys are coming out with this list. Like right now, I agree with the Venom one because right now he's the one that's also a father and a mother to Dylan Brock.
Yeah,
so
he's the mother of all symbiotes. So
exactly,
I think that's one bad mama. You ask me.
Oh, that's for sure. You'll really like number 2.
All right.
So we had Kitty Pryde at number 4. Did you have a Kitty Pryde cover that you wanted to show?
I do not have one. I couldn't find one in the long box of X-Men. I could not.
Right. And then, of course, number 3
is going to be Martha Kent because she took on, of course, Superman and raised him as her own. And she even actually made the Superman suit for him and kind of helped guide him in his way and attempted all of that. So she's definitely an honorable mention at number 3, but she isn't an actual superhero. So that's why she's an honorable mention. She's a superhero in her own way.
Exactly.
Okay, you want to mention number 2? And I'll grab.
Number 2. Y'all are going to like this one. I kind of have to agree with this one after more thought process and more discussing it.
And it was a hard fight.
While they are not a female.
It was definitely a hard fight for number 1.
Alfred.
We picked Alfred.
Because what would Batman be without Alfred?
He took on both roles as well. When the Waynes died, attempted
without Alfred, Batman would be like Joe Shit the Ragman. Like he would be nothing without Alfred.
Takes on the entire Bat family, helps guide them as well, does whatever, is always there to pick up the broken pieces of everything like a parent would be. Definitely a hard honorable mention for number 2.
Nice.
And then, of course, our number 1 honorable mention
is Aunt May.
Of course, good old Aunt May. You got to have her. You can't not have Aunt May when you talk about the mama in a comic. You know, I mean,
she is the go-to mom for a lot of them.
Yeah. For some reason, like I think my chat is like majorly froze up, so you might have to.
Well, I'll check it out. So, is there anything you guys would have changed about the list, Thorough or Slim?
He would know more.
I know Jen would say right away, what about Harley Quinn?
Oh, but she's on a different list.
Oh, she's coming.
Okay.
She's just on a different list.
Got you. Yeah,
so this was just our honorable mentions.
She's a mama to 2 hyenas.
Yeah, so, well, she's more than a mom to hyenas as well. There's more plays in there, and we'll go over that. But she is on our anti-hero list.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of somebody that'd be a good character in there that you guys probably didn't mention. I'm trying to think one. It'll come to me.
Well, our other 3 categories. Which one do you want to do next? Because we really didn't. Well, we did fulfill the villain one, didn't we?
Kind of.
All right, so Slim Jen can choose the next list.
So that one, like I said, if it wasn't an actual villain, it's a mother that was definitely very villainous to some degree. That was kind of the easier way to go about that list. So number 5, we have Granny Goodness. She actually wasn't necessarily a full mom, but she is definitely a horrible, horrible mother at that, and a very, very nasty woman.
True.
Don't agree with her at all. Number 4, we have Sylvia Kovacs. How the heck do you say his name, Shorty? Rorschach's mom, because she actually abused the crap out of him and helped morph him into half the messed up man that he is.
Right.
And then we have Ursa. mom of Morzad, because she actually tortured him the entire time that they were in the Phantom Zone.
See, why didn't we think of that when we were on the phone earlier?
I did. I added her at number 3. Where were you?
Oh, I thought you said somebody else. You cut out. My bad. Okay, yeah, I got her.
And then for 2, I have Dr. Sheila Haywood, Jason Todd's mom, because she actually sells him out and is the reason he gets murked by the Joker. And if you want to put me on the big screen, Shorty, I will show the panels of the comic where that's actually happened.
Yes.
So he like goes to Africa to find her and meet up with her, and she ends up making a deal with the Joker and fully setting him up. And then she like sits there as he gets badly brutalized by the Joker, like beat to death. Just like cigarette and goes away. And then actually in the end, she ends up being in the building when it goes off with a bomb and explosion as well, and dying. But so that's definitely number 2. Then you can take me off the big screen, Shorty. Oh, you did. Good job. And then our number 1 for villain moms. Let me find my cover. Oh no, I'll be right back.
She's like, hold on, didn't have that one. Shit. So yeah, she had this really cool list that she wanted to put together of our villain moms. So we had to roll with it.
It was hard. It was hard to come up with a villain mom, especially when like a lot of the villain moms are now anti-heroes.
Exactly. Because we had to swap lists with them.
But one that is not necessarily an anti-hero, and that would be the number 1 villain mom, is going to be Talia. Mom of Damian Wayne.
Yep.
Totally messes up everybody's life with her child, uses them as a horrible pawn. You had like a number 1 bad mom, ultimate villain as a mom, she'd be it.
I think that's a great number 1 right there. Picking Talia.
It was really hard to decide on that one. I told her, I was like, hands down, Talia's got to be it. And she's like, what? And I was like, I'm telling you, this is why.
Yeah.
We went through the whole points this morning. Oh yeah.
Yep.
All right.
So then we're gonna let Slim Jim pick the next one. We can either do our heroes or our anti-heroes.
I want to hear about the anti-heroes.
All right. So we have our top 5 list, and I'm gonna let Miss Tori start this list because this is her woman that sets at number 5. So when she gets herself back together.
Nice. Wait, I'm excited to hear these lists. I like to hear the list that you guys have.
Hey, knock knock.
Barbarian Kung Fu is just put up a good one too. He said Mystique because she's known for Nightcrawler and Rogue.
Right. So
she's coming.
Our list is actually at number 5. We got Poison Ivy. She actually has a whole little run where she finds out she can never be a true mother, and that whole cycles of life and death. That's what that's about. But she is a mom because she's the mother to Mother Nature. Think about it, all of plant life, all of nature. So she's definitely a mom in her own degree. If we didn't have her, we want to have some of the stuff we do have. Been proven through many different comics. That's why I put her as number 5.
Nice.
Yep. Let's see. Then for number 4.
This one,
Scarlet Witch.
You know, gotta have that one. I have the real one, but I use the facsimile. I'm not taking it out of the display.
Yeah.
And then number 4. Do you have a
was
couple
the
for
Scarlet
4?
Witch.
Nice.
Because she starts out as a villain and then eventually morphs to a good guy, but we have her as our number 4 anti-hero. I know I have a cover laying here somewhere. See, I should have let Captain organize me just a little bit more.
Yeah, Chemist is right. Like he said, his villain mom would be Hera, the mother of Hercules.
Ooh, that is a good one. I didn't even think of her. We went through a good list too, I thought, but that is a good one to add.
He spelled
Did
it
he say
wrong.
why?
Mm-hmm.
Did he put why?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so then number 3 we actually have Mystique Barbarian. She is number 3 on our anti-hero list. So she kind of plays and flirts with both lines back and forth. Just kind of depends on the day of the week and what she decides to do with herself.
Why is this doing this?
Picture of her on there.
There we go.
And you're absolutely correct. She is the mom of Nightcrawler. I didn't. And Brayden Creed from her little fling with Sabretooth as well. She is the mom.
That's right. Yep. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
And then for number 2, we have Harley Quinn. She is the mom of Lucy Quinn from her little fling with Joker. She is actually a grandmother of the DD twins. She's actually, allegedly, she crushes mom there for a bit from her little fling with Lobo.
Wait.
So you say Harley Quinn, she's ready for that.
I gotta show it off right away.
Oh,
Move it
that's
right there.
beautiful.
I hold it.
Right, she's got another one that
Hold
she actually
on.
got as a Mother's Day gift from Uncle Roman.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, signed by Jim Lee.
Damn, but I have one where she's holding the.
Definitely a perfect Mother's Day gift.
Awesome.
I don't know what happened to the one where she's actually holding her 2 babies.
I don't know.
No, it's too many of them. You're not gonna find it.
Yeah, she's got literally 1,000 Harley Quinn books over here that I'm like, yeah, you have to be able to show off every single book. I have to put like 5 different segments just to show everything off.
Oh yeah, Harley Quinn definitely. There's thousands. I think for volume 2, number 1, there's 91 variant covers.
Yeah, it's a lot. They did so much with Harley Quinn. It's just crazy. And you know what? People love her. So, and you know, Jen right here is like, she's infatuated with her. And how long ago did we watch The Birds of Prey? Was it like 3 weeks ago, I think? And she was just like focused. Didn't even
so you were upset too with her backstory, right? You're like, this is horseshit. Like the rest of it's okay, but the backstory sucked.
Yeah, I wasn't too. I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was funny. I thought they did a great job. I like the ending of it. But you know, even Jen was saying it too. She said it. She was like it was okay. It wasn't like the greatest, you know.
Yeah, but they would have to make it like way too long in order to add all the details to it and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. So what's your favorite Harley costume?
So you want me to get the books because it's hard to explain.
She's like so mixed up when it comes to Harley. I don't even know what she's got.
I'm all over the place.
But Harley Quinn.
The one that I showed before, this is definitely one of my favorites.
Okay.
It's like I tell Thor, this is my style.
Yeah.
Where's
this is the old school, the original.
I did like this. I mean, our daughter's first birthday, her theme was Harley Quinn.
Like that for her first birthday.
Nice.
Yeah, it would basically be like my own style. Stuff that Thor would not let me wear.
I don't let
They said you could wear it in the bedroom.
Listen, she will wear it. She will wear this if she could.
Yeah.
I don't tell her
Slim Jim need to wear. You know, Thoro, they talking about me and Tori doing lingerie and comics. We'll have to have her on doing dressed up Harley.
I only get to wear that one time a year, and I get to dress like that for rally. And then Captain's like stuck up my butt the entire time. Let me tell you, I'm not allowed to go many places dressed like that without it.
Exactly.
But I do get to dress like that from time to time. But it's Sturgis Rally, so honestly, I'm wearing more clothes being dressed like that than 90%.
I don't know what you do with that.
When's the next rally?
In August.
Yeah, this one I do like.
It happens every year in August.
Yeah, so she likes that roller skating outfit that she had.
Oh yeah.
That's the one that's her favorite with the jacket and everything.
Obviously now I can't dress like that with this belly.
My
Dora said you dressed like that's why you got that belly.
That's the reason. That's right.
Yeah, it was okay before I had Janela, but now it's like I have to dress like a mom now.
Yeah, well.
Nah, I told her she could dress however she wants. Now she's the one that she's like, all right, I gotta start wearing mom jeans. I gotta do this. I gotta do it. And I was like, hey, whatever you want to wear.
Well, you got me into mom jeans.
Because you gotta, there's certain things that you gotta wear.
And I did like it though.
Now it's different because you can't go to no clubs or nothing. You can't go out anywhere now, so it really doesn't even matter.
Oh no!
Yeah,
now,
that one little cute outfit, it don't look the same at the grocery store.
No, now it's just Jose Thoreau's t-shirts.
Yeah, that's what she wears. She takes all my shirts. She wears all my
those are the best kind though. They're baggy and already comfortable, broke in.
Well, my clothes don't fit right now, so I gotta use his.
I'm gonna borrow yours. I'm gonna rent yours right now.
Who the hell wants to spend more money on clothes that are only gonna fit you maybe a month?
Yeah, exactly.
2 months at a time. Like that shit gets ridiculous. You already have to spend so much on like the baby clothes. Yeah. I think I wore a lot of captain shirt when
it's the last one I'm having anyway. So I said it's pointless to go out shopping for clothes that I'm gonna, I'm gonna get rid of it anyways. So I was like, his shirts fit perfectly fine. I'm not going out. We only go walk sometimes because I have to. But I go out in his sweatpants and his t-shirts.
That's the most comfortable.
Yes.
Nope.
Miss Elizabeth, you're awful quiet. I think you need to.
Right.
It's because I'm learning.
Will you tell us a thing or two about you? Do you tell us something we don't know about you?
Oh, there's a lot nobody knows.
Yeah, I know, but you just got to pick one thing. Don't tell us all of it, though.
One fun fact. Come on.
Just one fun fact. I don't want to be Dr. Phil, but give us one fun fact. No, just kidding.
I'll have to think about it.
All right.
Okay, so number one for anti-heroes mom is Catwoman.
Yes.
She's a bad mom, but she does have a child a couple times. They actually get rid of their child a couple different times as well. But yes, she is number one anti-hero mom on the list.
Definitely.
So how do you feel about the list, Jen? Other than you'd probably have Harley as number one.
Well, honestly, I mean, I don't know as much, so I can't really put my opinion into it. Mary Thorough would be able to, but
like her, she's literally everything
I'm all
that
about
she does
Harley.
is Harley Quinn. Yeah, it's literally as Harley Quinn.
And it's like he said, I recently just started getting into this stuff, so there's so much I need to learn about everything still.
Yeah, and like Harley Quinn's just her go-to character. She's loved her ever since she saw her, in the cartoons. Because I'm constantly watching Batman the Animated Series, and she's like, "Well, I love how she is because she really doesn't take any shit from the Joker." So at some point she's like, "Hey, I'm in love, but." At the same time, it's kind of like,
it's like I tell him, I kind of relate a lot with her.
Yeah,
in a way.
With the craziness and everything. So.
Yeah. I coincidentally collect more Harley Quinn and read a lot of her. I absolutely love Poison Ivy. She's my number one favorite. But besides the Cycles of Life and Death, she doesn't have her own series. So I have to. In order to get a lot of Poison Ivy, you end up collecting a lot of Harley Quinn. But I do relate a lot more with Harley Quinn than I would Poison Ivy too, so that helps.
Because Harley and Ivy had their series together, and for me personally, I actually enjoyed it. I was, every time I was reading it, I was seeing like what they were getting into, and all the craziness that they get into together. And then even at that point, they start building a relationship, and it's kind of like it was just a whole different amount of things that somebody would have to think to even come with a story and be like, on a Thelma and Louise type of, way of doing a story between the two of them. So I thought that they did a really great job. But for her, I'm trying to get her to dabble a little bit more in different female characters. Because I know the other one that she got heavy into too was Umbrella Academy. So that was kind of her stepping out of the way, because after she watched the show on Netflix, she's like, oh, I want to read it. I want to start the Umbrella Academy. So after that, I was like, all right, let's, we'll get you the books, we'll get you the trades. And then she was just looking through it, reading, and she was like, "Oh, she's like, I really love this," and she's like, so different from the actual show. So now I was like, yeah, and I tell her all the time, I was like, not everything you see in the movies or on the shows is exactly the same that you're gonna see on when you read the comic book itself.
Right.
So now she's more realizing that and is starting to pick up on the fact that not everything is the same.
This, I guess, since Harley is obviously her favorite character, and I know that's kind of Tori's. This really, I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to show it to you. I found this picture the other day, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So fitting. This is us, guys. Let me see if I can get the glare off.
Yes, I've actually shown that one to Captain.
So remember that.
Why are you laughing?
No.
It's funny. It's actually hilarious. It's saying, hey, you need to reassure us when we tell you the following. So it's true.
Just reassure her that no, sweetheart.
I don't want to see that. Exactly.
And let's see. Chemist has a question here. It says, who's your favorite comic book character? And Elizabeth, what has brought you into the comic community? And then he wants to answer me, Slim, and Tori Slim Jim, Tori to answer the same question. So I guess first off, Elizabeth, what brought you into the comic community?
Okay, originally I was in the Funko Pop community, and then Mama J is like, come on, check out JB on Discovery Bay Comics. And oh man, I just fell in love with his attitude and his energy. Oh my God, he's so awesome. And then I started meeting everybody, and it's like, oh, I love this community. And, Hulk is my favorite character. I absolutely love him and the Joker.
Yes, you couldn't go wrong there. I mean, and that's one of the things I noticed with this pop-up shops was, he kept getting a couple of people from the pop community in there. And I've been collecting pops for a couple of years. Like I've got like a little over 200 pops.
Oh, wow.
So it's like, I didn't even know there was this pop community that also did comics. And it's like, and little by little I learned, wait a minute, Thorough got pops sitting behind him in that auction, and then I'm like seeing other people got pops. And I'm like, wait, I'm not alone here. And so little by little, I started meeting more and more. And I'm like, this is freaking awesome. This is awesome. So, I kind of really am digging because there was a whole bunch of them sitting up here behind me, but I had to move them a while ago. But I love it. And I love having the communities kind of mingle together because you got both aspects. And Tacoma Comics did something really cool. I don't know if anybody in the chat was also involved in it, but he got with Mama J, and she got with 10 people from the pop community, and Tacoma got with 10 people from the comic book community. And we each filled out like a 6-question questionnaire, and then they all kind of swapped the 10 back and forth. And the pop community did a $35 to $45 mystery box for pops, and the comic book community did like a $35 to $45 mystery box of comics. And we sent them to the other community. And now we're going to be doing a like an unboxing this coming Friday. So we're talking about already around 2. So it was just that mingling of the crowds, and it's been an overwhelming response.
Oh yeah.
That's a really, really cool idea. Yeah, because for me, I mean, I was the first one to get a Funko Pop, and it was because I love Dragon Ball Z. So I'm a big anime guy. So I ended up getting Vegeta. That's why I always tell people, I'm like, it's the damn Vegeta that got me to.
Yeah, that damn Vegeta. That damn Vegeta to get you every time, Thorough.
Exactly. So at that same time, then Jen starts going, she's like, oh, these things are cute. So now she's like, do they have Harley Quinn? That was her first answer. And everywhere I went, they have FYE, they have Hot Topic. It was just like everywhere. She was like, I want all the female characters that we could possibly find. And I'm there, like, next thing you know, walking out with like bags. Mm-hmm. And this is, and this is before we had our daughter. So now it was just kind of like, okay, at that time it was like, all right, it's easier to purchase some of these things, and now it's like, all my money goes to my daughter because everything, whatever she needs, we gotta get it for her. So we would walk out, and next thing you know, I'm like, what in God's name did we freaking buy? And it was Game of Thrones for her too.
Yes, I have the whole collection.
Literally, she got every single person from Game of Thrones, and I was like, oh my God.
Including the ones on the chair.
Yeah, the ones on the throne. So I was just like, it just started adding up, and on top of that, before I even collected comic books, I always tell people I dabbled in toys. Toys was my go-to before comic books. So
he's the reason I got into it.
Yeah.
Because when we moved in together, he brought all his boxes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, babe, I'm gonna help you unpack. I start opening these boxes, and it's like books after books and toys. And I'm like, wait, these are not even clothes or anything like that. And then when I started looking at these books, and I was like, oh my goodness, they actually make comic books for movies that I've watched. And that's what I told him. I started telling him, I'm a big fan of Harley Quinn. I love watching all her movies. Like anything that has to do with her, I used to love watching it. So then that's what got me into collecting the books, and and then the whole YouTube thing. You guys barely see me on YouTube, but I support him to the fullest. So if he ever wants
we don't see you, but we hear you.
Yeah, when she's playing Call of Duty.
You guys hear me in the background. I'm sorry.
Up a stone.
No, you will have us cracking the hell up, Jimmy. Like, who is she killing? Thorough, what did you do?
Yeah, everybody's reacting. They're like, Thorough, you in trouble? I was like, no. I was like, that's her playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, that's me. If you guys hear me in the background, it's me playing Call of Duty.
She's like, this mother effer over here. What the hell? He's not doing nothing. I'm just there like.
My response is always, you lucky I don't have headphones on right now, because I would so curse you out. But it's like, I remember the art chemist, I was playing with him too one time, and he goes and tells me, you're going to get kicked out for being so bad on saying bad words the whole time and everything. And I'm like, okay, I need to stop wearing headphones.
I was like, you
now.
shouldn't even worry about that, because everybody on the mother curses on the game, and it's like forget it. They could care less. They don't care what they say on there.
But yeah, sorry guys, it's not me yelling at Thorough. It's just me yelling at people on the game.
Hey, we ain't worried about it. We just tell them, what did you do?
Yeah, I know. Everybody was like, what did you do? Did you not do something? I was like, nope.
All we're thinking is, man, just turn your camera off. Just get it off real quick, just so we don't have to witness it.
That's what I said. You see something go across the room if she would have hit me.
Yeah, I tell him all the time, you better start selling books to, buy me a new controller, because at one point I'm going to end up slamming this controller somewhere.
Like, we're going to be sitting there on stream one night, and Thorough going to be sitting here holding a book, and you're just going to see him.
Yep.
Go humming by his head.
Yes, and then I fight with my daughter because we bought her a controller, like one of those toys that look like a controller. We bought her one of those because she's always trying to grab mine, and I'm like, girl, that's my Call of Duty controller. You cannot touch that.
Nope. So she gave her own little controller, little toy one of for kids, and she don't care. She knows the difference. She's like, nah. She's like, I want the one that you have. And she'll throw that one on the floor. She's just kind of like,
yeah, I need to get tricking me. I need to get a new case because I had to give her my case for my controller because she needs to pretend like, she has her own thing too.
Yeah.
It never changes.
Same thing with cell phones. It doesn't work. You can give them every play phone they make. It doesn't matter how realistic they make them look. If it ain't playing Disney Junior, that some bitch ain't real. So,
Same with makeup. I'm telling you that now. Play makeup. I'm telling you, they know it's not real. They're like, this freaking glitter is the same color no matter where the hell I put it. I know this ain't the real shit, and I want your makeup bags now with the nail polish.
Well, I woke up to Maddie covered.
Really? And they will telling you.
See, the good thing is I don't think she'll ever get to play with makeup in this house because I don't have makeup. I don't wear makeup at all. So you'll only see me wearing eyeliner or something like that. So we'll probably have to buy her own because here she would not find any makeup at all.
Yeah, She already knows because she has like a collection like of 100 different lip glosses.
That
So
I do have.
now my daughter knows what it is, so she'll grab it. And the worst part was I told her, I was like, you can't let her see anything because she uncaps everything. So one day she took my vitamin B12 and opened it. I don't know how she opened it, and she just dumped it everywhere. And it's cherry flavor. So thank God Jen saw her and caught her right on time.
I'm pregnant, so my sense of smell is extremely strong. And I smelled it from. I smelled something different. I was like, "What is that smell?" And when I come to look, she had spilled a whole bottle everywhere.
My daughter's there thinking it's candy, so I was like, "Thank God," because she would have been jumping through the walls and probably would have been at the hospital, freaking having to get her pumped out because. It was
but yeah,
crazy.
lip gloss will probably be the only makeup she'll want to play with because that's the only thing I have here.
She puckers her lips up. She does all that. She's like, "Come on, mommy, like put it on me too. I see you doing it. Let me get some."
Yeah, she knows how to do it. She's learned.
You can ask Thor. I actually tried because I used to find it interesting how so many girls can do it. You know, all these young girls are putting on makeup and they do such an amazing job. I have my cousins that do it. So I told Thor one day, I was like, babe, I'm gonna try. Can you buy me some makeup? And we went and got some, just for me to try it out. And I started using YouTube as an example, like trying to watch videos. Or my cousin, she does videos of her own makeup. It failed. He called me a clown. I was like, never again. No.
I did.
It was a total fail.
I'm an ordained minister. And we had a huge wedding, and so I had to call my stepdaughter and be like, "Can you come contour my face? I think that's what you guys call it, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and I cannot look like clowns in these pictures." And they're all, yeah, I guess. So yeah, I had to have my 19-year-old stepdaughter contour my face because I know who the hell I was doing.
No, like
it was a total fail for me.
This is the extent of me. When I say, all right, give me a minute to get my hair done and my makeup done, I can be done in 10 minutes. Like, I don't need 30 minutes to do my hair. I don't need 45 minutes to try to put my face on because I'm going to look this way regardless. And hey, peace.
Now, if I ever take long, it would probably just be getting dressed. Because everything else I want to wear, that's the only thing he probably gets mad at.
She'll go through like 4 outfits and then she'll put one on and then we're like walking out the door. She's like, hold on.
This don't look
back
right.
To the room and I'm just like, oh my God. But
yeah, because you catch a glimpse of yourself in a mirror or something and you're like, no, this don't even no, I don't like the way this looks. Hang on.
Exactly.
Now, the only thing I'm probably going to be picky with is my hair. I'm very picky with my hair. He knows that. Like, if we're going out, I want my hair to look nice. But other than that, I don't do nothing else.
She'll spend like 2 hours just to braid her hair.
My number one are my nails. My nails got to be done all the time.
So how you dealing with you got a nail salon open?
No, I don't. I never go to nail salons. I do it myself.
No, she does it. She bought a machine. She bought the
I have the gel
UV light and all that stuff.
I have the gel set and everything.
All right, so I'll just catch the next flight that way.
I do it myself. I've always done it. The only time I've ever gone to nail salons is probably like if we're going to a wedding or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I do my nails at home all the time.
Yeah, she does. I mean, I'm seeing her doing some stuff that I was like, I didn't even think you could do with nails. Like putting on these little diamonds and stuff. Like,
oh yeah, I do designs and everything.
Oh yeah, she can do your toenails, Thorough.
Yeah, I know.
What would dazzle your toenails? That's what we're gonna do for Father's Day.
She tried to get me to get a pedicure one time, and all I saw was I was like, listen, I hate feet, and I wouldn't want somebody else touching my feet. So I was like, I couldn't sit there. And on top of that, if some random person was just there scrubbing the bottom of my foot, I don't know what the hell they're gonna be scrubbing. But at that same time, I was like, I would have been dying laughing the whole time. I probably kicked the lady in the face, and I'm not trying to have that. So I was like, nah, let's not do that. So I just waited for her.
They do feel amazing. I will say that, but if you have ticklish feet,
Now, see,
Now I
once
told
you have
him,
it done once, you'll be going back all the time. You'll be
That's
worse
what
than
a
a
lot
little
of
bit.
Elizabeth, a lot of guys have told me that. A lot of guys said, I did it the first time and I felt just, they're like I felt uncomfortable. But then they were like, after it was getting done, they were like, listen, man, I go back like every week. I was like, I was like, okay. I
Yeah,
was like,
like
I
I'm
might
in
have to
the
give
nail
into
salon.
it, I
It's
guess.
not uncommon. Dudes come in and there's always like a dude getting his
Yeah,
toes
'cause
done.
there was two guys the day that I was, and even those guys was like, they were like, yeah, do it, and I was like, I can't. That's all I said. I was like, I can't do it, and I waited. I was
well,
like,
I
maybe
did
I'll
tell
give in.
him. I did tell him. I do my own feet too. I do everything myself. But I did tell him. I mean, I'm at a point where I can't bend down no more.
She was
So I
asking
told
me
him,
to
I was
paint
like,
my
you better start learning. 'Cause
Toenails thorough.
he's gonna have to start doing my petties soon.
She said I'm gonna have to paint her toenails. I
Oh,
don't know.
come on, Chad.
Don't get it on the nail when she takes a shower. Just like rub your finger around the cuticle where you got extra paint, and it'll rub right off. You'll be fine, and they'll look just fine.
That's what I told him. I was like, I don't mind if you mess it up, because once I'm in the shower, that that comes off.
No.
But I told him, I was like, you better prepare yourself, because soon I will not be able to do it myself.
Well, I don't mind doing it because I paint. So I do, like I paint on canvas and do all that stuff. So I was like, hey, listen, if I gotta paint your toenails, I was like, it shouldn't be that difficult. If I could paint on a canvas, I was like, I should be able to paint your toenails.
Yeah, because like with with our little girl, with her it was easy, but with this pregnancy, I got big way too quick. So I just can't do it anymore. And I told him, I was like, you're gonna start doing it for me.
So you having twins then, huh?
I looked like I was having twins. And then with Jewel, you couldn't even tell I was pregnant. And with Sapphire, I actually lost 35 pounds while I was pregnant because I was so sick all the time.
Oh
wow. I lost a lot of weight at the beginning of our first one, because I had nausea, and I threw up all the way up to the end of the 8 months.
Yep, that's how it was for Sapphire. Hospitalized all the time, on and off and continuous vomiting, all of that. So I got my tubes tied after her. I was like, oh no, that too that miserable. My body doesn't like being pregnant. Like, I love children, don't get me wrong, but my body doesn't like it. So I got my
I personally am done with pregnancies. He knows it. I've suffered so much. I mean, he's told you guys before that we were initially supposed to have twins. Yeah. So that's probably why I'm so big right now, because I still have the second sac in there. Yeah. So they'll remove it the day I go into labor. But it took a toll on me. It really did.
Yeah, it does.
That would take a toll on anyone. It would only make sense. I'm extremely sorry to hear that.
We
got through it.
Yeah, we got through it. It was hard at first, but sometimes I still think about it. Like, it was harder when I used to get the sonograms done and I would still see the second sac there, but the baby's a lot bigger now, so I can't see it anymore. It's behind her. So it's like, that actually helped me get through it a lot quicker. No. But things happen for a reason. That's what we say.
Yeah, and then that's why I always say to every woman on earth. I always have the utmost respect for every woman on earth, because in the end, she's the one that got it out of me, because I'm one of those type that I really don't talk about my emotions.
He wouldn't tell me, but I could see that something wasn't right with him. So I remember telling him one day while we were in the car and we had just gotten out the doctor, and I asked him, I was like, babe, you have not told me how you feel about everything. Like, you've seen me cry, you've seen me depressed, you see me, you're trying to give me strength, but I know that you're hurting inside too. So, like, I need you to open up to me. I need to know what's inside your mind too.
Yeah, that's important.
No, it is. And that's something that, just women altogether have, that is that special quality, that special thing that you guys have. Because my mom will even tell Jen all day long, she's like, yeah, he will never say a thing. He'll just keep everything to himself. And for her to get me to open up, it's been a great help, because it helped me out with anxiety. It's helping me out with dealing with PTSD and everything from work. But yeah, that's one thing that I do give to all of you, being moms, and just you guys are the epicenter. You guys are the rocks, for every family. That's one thing I definitely would say.
Oh,
Yeah, I tell his mom all the time, if you see something wrong with him, just let me know. I'll talk to him. I'll get it out of him.
Yeah.
She couldn't believe that I can actually do that with him. Everyone, I mean, even his whole family, they actually told us how I'm like the favorite cousin, girlfriend, or wife
Yeah, that's
because,
what they were
you
like.
know, because of who I brought out in him.
Yeah, I have a completely different personality than what
You
I
guys
used to
see him
have.
smiling now, but
I never,
when
yeah,
I
I never
first
used to
met
smile
him, he would not smile
at
at
all.
all.
Yeah. Even my mother told her that. She was like, "Yeah, this kid wouldn't
But
smile."
why?
Yeah, I don't know. I one of the biggest things that I learned through everything that I've been through and just everything that I've encountered in life is just pride. Pride is a killer, and I understand now why they say, you know, you should let go of your pride, and that is the truth. I could definitely attest to it because pride is what gets the best out of everybody.
Yep.
And sometimes you limit yourself because of your pride. And that is 100% true.
Look, Art Chemist said you men want to feel pregnant for a day? Go to Sonic, buy a large vanilla milkshake, and then drink a large lemonade.
Nah, I'm good.
That is very true. Or just chug a bunch of water bottles.
Listen,
My cousin and I, when we were younger, when we were young, we used to chug water bottles until we could not drink any more water. And we would walk around as if we were actually pregnant. And this was years ago.
Let's see. Barbarian said his oldest daughter
was a twin.
was a
Yeah,
twin.
that's something that they had told us too. That eventually this baby will absorb the sack and everything.
So
and I was just
we
like,
found out that
pretty
it's
crazy.
actually it's a genetic thing with our with my
Yeah,
mom's
for
side of
her
the family. Because I didn't know, but I did have an aunt who had twins, and the same thing happened. And then I had my I'm the third oldest female cousin, and my two older female cousins, they actually were supposed to have twins also.
Wow.
So apparently it's a
Yeah.
family thing, and hopefully I don't pass it down to my girls.
Let's hope not. Maybe with each generation it weakens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's and
Or
it's different
skip.
for a lot of people. You can either do it either happens, you know, through a miscarriage. You can actually miscarriage one of the twins,
Mhm.
or the baby absorbs, like he said on his on the chat, or you know, or it just stays there. So unfortunately for me, I would have preferred for it to be absorbed, but unfortunately it's still there. So they'll remove it once I go into labor.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
this is
Well,
kind of a
Slim
weird
Jim,
question.
go
But
ahead.
because of that, are you having to have a C-section then when you do go into labor?
No, I'm doing normal.
They said that she'll be able to have a normal birth.
Yeah.
She just, you know, in case something else arises or whatever, then they'd have to do
Yeah.
a C-section. But they said, you know, the best outcome would be having a normal birth. So we'll
Right.
see what happens with it.
With my second one, she kept turning and like trying to come out the wrong way, and she actually did end up coming out the wrong way.
Oh, really?
But they wanted to do an emergency C-section, and they had already given me like my epidural and all that. So I called my mom and was like, "How long would it take for you to be here?" And she's like, "Tomorrow at 7:00." And I was like, "Well, then I'm going to tell them they have to figure out how to get the baby out of me without cutting me open if you can't be here."
Wow.
Like, yeah, it was scary. Definitely painful hour and a half, but I made them do it without cutting me open.
Oh my goodness.
I couldn't have my mom there. They weren't cutting me open. Nope.
Seems like we all have some similar stories, you know. I mean, I had some issues with my second daughter, but I mean, and then I had a C-section with my last one, so.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, we were actually scared because they had already warned us after everything was okay that we already knew we weren't having twins. With this one, they actually scared us when they told us that they started giving us options that we might have to make a decision on whether or not we wanted to keep this one too. Because it turned out that she had a cyst.
Yeah, she has cysts growing in the left side
of her brain. So basically, they were saying that if that continued to grow on her, and if it went over the 10 centimeters, right?
Yeah, something like
of
that.
size,
what it was.
Then we would have had to make the decision of either, you know, removing her or something because she wouldn't survive after coming out.
Yeah. And
but it's like, and you know, to be put in that position, it's like, how do you even absorb that type of info? Because it's like, you know, you want to look at the doctor because it's like, you know, they're the doctor, you know, they're understanding it, but it's like, do you really understand as a parent or a human? Do you really understand what you're asking me to decide? Like what decision you're asking me to make? Like there is no correct answer. Like
Yeah, there really isn't, because you know, you can either say yes, I'll remove her, and you know, I don't want to have a baby to be born and then die in my arms or something like that. But then again, you're also thinking, what if you do have the baby and the baby?
Yeah, because it's like, you know, nobody is promised, and that doctor, he can only tell you what he medically knows, but as far as whose ultimate decision that is, it's only one person. And you know, at the end of the day, it's like, how would you? I wouldn't want to make that choice, because in my heart it would be like, what if I made the wrong choice, and that was the percent or the chance that something wasn't wrong, or that they could have lived through it. Because my aunt was placed in that same position. My cousin, when she was pregnant, she found out he had spinal bifida, and that if he even was made it to delivery, that he wouldn't make it past a few hours. He died a couple of years ago, but he made it to like 50.
Oh,
they
wow.
tried to get her to abort him, and she refused. And they're like, you know, and she just said, that's not my decision to make. If he dies at birth, he dies at birth. I don't want that choice.
Yeah.
And he lived to almost 50. So, you know, at the end of the day, there's only one person in control of it. And so,
yeah, the good thing for us was that we found out when I was 18 weeks pregnant, right?
Yeah.
And we didn't. They gave us up until I was 24 months, because they said that's when it's definite to know whether or not that was going to continue growing or not. But by the time we went for our 22nd week checkup, it was completely gone. Like it was just not there anymore. It was like as if it never existed. So we felt like it was just a miracle for us.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. You know, I without one to be getting all, you know, into the religious view, but it's like, you know, at the end of the day, you know, there's a path, you know, and somebody's guiding it for you. So,
big time.
We definitely believe in that.
I definitely believe it. Like I said, you know, everybody calls it the come to God moment. I've had it, especially, you know, in the line of work that I came from, and just, you know, once again, just going through all the stuff that you go through. And like, you know, we all have those moments where you start doubting certain things, and whatever higher being, whatever it is that you believe in, you start to kind of doubt it sometimes, because you're like, why is all this happening? So
exactly.
I completely understand. And like I said, you know, without getting religious, it is, you know, we all have everything planned out for us.
Exactly.
So that's one thing I definitely believe in. You know, that we all have a plan, and you know, we're here to live it and embrace it and try to do the best that we can in the end.
Uh-oh. Dylan, you son of a... Happy Mother's Day to all the awesome mamas out there.
I had to stop on the show. You know, not everybody sees me in a collar shirt, so I had to get on the show real quick.
See, look at this guy. Hold on. I have to let everybody see let's let everybody absorb the cap here.
Oh, Jay, no. Don't look at the collar, man. What? How do I black this out, man? Where's that button at? Welcome to the panel, Elizabeth. Glad to have you on here with the ladies.
Thank you.
And Thurl.
Yes.
Just said that Soldier was 2 months premature.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Trying to get off my baby weight.
I'll hang it up. It ain't going nowhere.
He gained, he'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's Joey and his bag of donuts.
Woo! Hi, Joey. Thank you. So, we still have our list to finish, though, Miss Shorty. We have not named the 5 hero moms.
We love you, G-Man. tell Miss G when she we hope she feels better, y'all. Y'all say a prayer for Miss G. She's got a little leg injury and she's not doing too well, guys. So everybody send Miss G over a little Mother's Day prayer tonight.
Right?
I gotta wish Miss G a very happy Mother's Day as well.
Those are other people that have become family to us too. We love them so much.
Yeah.
They are freaking amazing.
Yes, they are.
One of my babies that's right here beside me, of course, Thorough will tell you my absolute love for Venom and Carnage.
Yeah.
They're like my soulmates. But like this right here was a A-OK for Mr. G-Man.
Nice. That is awesome.
My A-OK for Mr. G-Man is put in my Pandora's box that Captain isn't allowed to touch. But he has sent the Cycles of Life and Death, all 6 parts of the series that I've been highly after for the past year and a half. Oh, yeah, I cried like a baby, carried him around, let Captain look at him for like 2 minutes, and then took him back, and he hasn't got it since.
I put the padlock on there, and I forgot the combination. Man, at least she can remember it every time.
Right. Well, Adrian, look, guys, tell Adrian good night. And, hey, Adrian, we appreciate that. We appreciate our little Mother's Day song. We love you.
Take care, brother.
The awesomeness. And have a good night, sir.
Oh, that's great.
Was you doing a hard tap? Because if you notice, Cap's fingers are like so big. He didn't do the heart. He did like balls, y'all. Like he was like balls.
That's a romance right there, you know.
Oh, that's great.
G-Man says we love you guys.
Oh, we all love you.
We love you guys.
Oh, hey, Barbarian has a solution for your weight problem, Cap.
What's wrong, Mama?
This called sympathy, right?
What's the solution?
It's called sympathy weight.
It's actually called Cinderella fat.
Right.
Oh my God.
I call it official taste tester before you eat it.
He's got to be sure I haven't poisoned him. You know, the crazy side hasn't took over that day, and I poisoned him.
I'm not sure this ice cream is bad yet. Let me eat half the gallon of it first.
If you don't know what Cinderella fat is, look it up. You'll laugh. It's funny.
Oh goodness, you're gonna.
I have Prince Charming fat.
Okay, hold on. Let me entertain you guys.
Is that what they call it? The dad bod nowadays?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it is. The dad bod. I've been trying really hard not to get there. I've been, it's like all you're surrounded is, you're in quarantine and all you're surrounded is by food, and especially when you don't have anything really to do. It's like I'll sit here, I'll read comic books. When a baby goes to take a nap and things like that, or whatever, I'll start arranging my comic books and just fixing stuff because I've been doing that for quite a while now. And there's just times where it's like, man, I'm just so bored out of my mind that the next thing you know, you're visiting the refrigerator, and that's pretty much the only walk you take is going to the refrigerator and then coming back down to the couch again. And that's literally probably the only exercise. But now I was doing I did a challenge. It was 300 push-ups, 300 sit-ups. That was a bad one for me because I injured my left shoulder from trying to do it.
Which was already injured.
Yeah, which was already injured, and it didn't go too well for me. So I was just yeah.
Here you go, guys. I'll show y'all. This is what quarantine will do to you.
I've been telling the kids when they go in the kitchen, I'm like, what are you doing? They're all, I'm hungry. I was like, no, you're bored. You got to find something to do. You're eating out of boredom. Go figure it out.
That was us for a while.
That's the same long times. Get it down.
So this is the Cinderella fat.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, really?
When I was in middle school, one of my really good friends, Janice, drew a fat Spider-Man and his suit was like rolling up or whatever. And he was shooting out his web to grab a donut. It's still one of my favorite drawings still to this day. I wish I still had my print she made me of it, but it was the greatest thing in the world. They're all fat, like huge, almost took up the whole page with one little like just web coming out with a big old sprinkled donut. It was like Homer Simpson meets freaking Spider-Man. It was epic.
That was not Cinderella, fat baby. Look up the definition.
Yeah, well, I can't share the other one right now.
Yeah, no doubt.
Get us kicked off of YouTube, huh?
Yeah, I had some little ears and eyes come in the room, so I had to switch tabs real quick.
He went to go check on our children. Okay, so we still have our list. Top 5. So, the hero moms, number
the hero
5,
one.
we have Sue Storm, also known as Invisible Woman.
Good night, Hack. Invisible Woman, yeah. That's a good hero mom.
And then we had, was it Mira?
Mira, number 4.
Yeah. Did you pull a cover for her? Because I didn't have one.
I don't have a one for her. She's one of them it's hard to get something with her. But
unless you have that one variant that came out last year, but I'm not a spec buyer, so.
Yeah, and I don't think that's one. I think I actually sold the one I had. I don't know.
Okay, and do you have a cover for number 3, Miss Lois Lane?
Yeah. I didn't pull it out.
I don't collect Superman, so I don't have any.
I don't have really. Well, I mean, yeah,
you know that category, played that. The first category was Clark Kent and Lois Lane, and I almost completely bombed it because I don't own a single Superman cover of any super. So
I can't say nothing. I only own probably that many Superman.
He did, luckily, but. And then number 2, we have Mary Jane. And for the cover I pulled out, it's going to be the What If they had a daughter instead of a son.
Nice.
So they have Amazing Spider-Girl. And that's just because I only had girls. I didn't have any boys myself. I was lucky enough to gain 3 step-boys when I married Captain, but I have no biological boys. So that's one of my favorite What Ifs. I only have my little gemstones is all I call them. You know, those amethyst and sapphire.
What in the world is Cap doing in your background? Sounds like he's playing a slot machine.
It's not on mine.
That's our daughter with her controller.
Oh. It was like all of a sudden he disappeared, and then you hear like a slot machine.
It's our daughter playing with her controller because it makes noises and stuff.
It's not even me you're in trouble
Isn't
with.
that funny that I automatically assumed it was Cat making the noise?
And then our
know that again.
Our number 1 superhero mom is Jessica Drew Spider-Woman.
Hey, Barbarian wanted you to show that again. I think the book you just showed.
What happened? No?
What's up, Moz? Hello. Happy Mother's
Barbarian,
Day.
I have the actual copy and the facsimile if that's what you were trying to catch a look at. And I pulled out the real one, not the facsimile for that one.
What's up, Comic Con?
So for each one that we have the facsimile edition of, if I can find him the real one, that's what I hunt for.
Yeah, no, that one I was looking at because I thought it was a newsstand. I think the one that you have right there is a newsstand copy. I think, if I looked at it correctly.
Here, let me blow her up.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it is.
I know I'm year it's hard to tell.
How do you know?
It's a newsstand copy. That's even harder. That's even harder to find.
Yeah. Well, Barbarian, looks like you might have found somebody that has one, but whether she's willing to part with it.
No, that was Captain's anniversary present. I highly doubt that's going to get a leave.
That's a big negative, Ghost Rider.
Yeah, complete negative. That's probably his favorite part is that, like, because I collect too for anniversaries and birthdays and stuff, he also gets a whole bunch of comics. Instead of like other stuff, I just buy a whole bunch of comic books. Thanks,
Happy
Weapon
Mother's Day, says Weapon X.
He made my intro video. He made yours too, didn't he?
He did. He made both of our intro videos.
We're both happy to have one now that we're doing a show.
Nice, man. Shout out to Weapon X. Real good people.
Uh-oh, look. Tell Captain this is what Barbarian said.
Barbarian says claim. On your
It took me 3 years to find that book.
Wow.
I did. We just went through this.
Yeah, that's a really good book.
One of us to find
He
it.
said we're going to talk later, Cap.
Yeah.
And then I was just,
in my box.
I got a facsimile for sale.
yeah, and I was laughing because Elizabeth was saying, look up the definition of Cinderella fat. This thing was hysterical.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I want to say it on here live on there. It says the definition says a man with a big pot belly has Cinderella fat. And then it says legend has it that his pot belly would turn to cock after midnight.
That is great. Yeah, is that the one you
That's why I was like, I was interested. I was like, I gotta go find this now. But that's
I know, like all of a sudden, like I was sitting there reading it, and my little girl, like I see her like come walking, my 7-year-old, I see her kind of start easing this way. So I immediately just like click the images tab, and it automatically just brought that up, and I was like acted like I just kept going with the stream. She's just staring over there.
yeah, but that's what it said. I was like, wow.
She wanted to come on because she heard you had a 7-year-old. She's like, well, I want to meet Shorty's daughter. Maybe we could be collectors together. And I was like, oh no, our Mother's Day show is not for you guys this time.
Yeah, totally not.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Do you feel we missed any major superhero moms?
Yeah,
Her and I
that's
both
in the chat. What superhero moms did we miss?
Superhero moms. I'm trying to think. Because every mom
we're
is
both newer collectors. I've been collecting for 2.5 years. Shorty says she's been collecting a little bit longer than me, right?
No, it's probably been about around the same time, maybe a little less.
So we know we missed some. Possibly.
Nah, yeah, I'm trying to think of some moms.
Did you see my fun fact about myself? I typed it in chat.
You typed it in the chat?
Yeah, I read it. Elizabeth. She said she punched some girl 2 front teeth down the throat.
Oh, that is
Who did?
Elizabeth. She wrote out in the chat.
Well, dadgummit.
She broke all my records. She deserved it.
Yeah, she deserved it then. She deserved it.
See
Not
that?
good either.
At that point, you can't let them get away with it.
Mm-mm.
Oh, Jessica Jones. Miles is yelling at us for not putting Jessica Jones on there. I think
we kind of touched on it, but then we just.
I'm trying to think of
Cable's mom, but it's complicated, is what Fuchsia says.
Thank you, God Tank. Thank you. He
Much
always bringing the fire in. I love God Tank. He's awesome.
Day to your and it happened as well, God Tank.
She said Cable's
We
mom.
decided that I'm a huge supporter of all the wives of the people of the comic community, because not only do they have to put up with their collections and their BS, but then they have to deal with all of us that come along with the community as well. That's a lot to deal with. So I'm like super mad respect to all the wives that put up with that.
So here's a good one that, because I was trying to think about it, was Elastigirl from The Incredibles.
Mm-hmm. I thought about her earlier, but then I was like, well,
I almost did a list of Disney moms, I won't lie, as well.
We could have came up with a long one of those, though. We're mom of girls, like.
Oh man, I don't even watch them for the kids. Sometimes I won't lie, I watch them for myself.
Same here.
She does it too. She'll be watching stuff, and I'm just like, what?
Well, now this is another one that me and her touched on a little bit.
Yep. We did touch on that one a little bit. And Pepper Potts, we did talk about her quite a bit. I was going to put her on the honorable mention, but we were trying to keep it down to 5. And then I was like, well, we could end up with like 12 honorable mentions, but then we'd have to do a whole new.
Yeah, there could have been so many, but it was like, all right, we got to stop somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So, Jen, do you collect anything else besides pops and comics?
No, I don't think.
What about you, Elizabeth?
Elvis Presley items and sports memorabilia.
That's awesome.
I'm a huge sports freak. If they would have let me play football in school, I would have heard them all.
They did offer me to play football in school. My mom told me no because it could badly ruin my reproductive organs, and she wasn't taking the chance of not being a grandma. So she would never send the papers for me to play. I was like, whatever. All right.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be in baseball. That was my sport, but I was always told that that's a boys' game, not a girls' game.
Right. And I wanted to
never allowed to play.
But that's because I'm aggressive and mean.
I was just telling you that I do collect shoes. I love shoes.
Like shoes and purses. Got to throw that out there because purses are like everywhere. That's one thing.
Oh yeah, so that definitely counts. If you have more than 2, you got a collection going of purses.
But purses that I don't use.
And Hot Wheels.
But I don't use them. That's the worst part. I don't use them. I hate carrying purses.
Oh, that's awesome, Fuchsia.
Yeah. Sweet.
What about you, Jody? What else do you collect besides comic books and pops?
Headaches, high blood pressure. Well,
everybody.
No, that's really it. Like, I mean, obviously anything that has to do with Venom. But yeah, mostly it's just my pops and comics. That's mainly, I didn't really get into any other lines. I've reserved myself from that because I would go overboard, I'm sure, because like I already have an issue that I can't not buy pops or I can't not buy comics, or so it's like, all right, I got enough addictions. So, but no, that's pretty much it. It's just the pops and the comics, and they both pretty much almost started at the same time, and they both started with freaking Pickle Rick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Epic.
See, that's another one that I picked up. Yeah, those are the Funko Pops I picked up with Dragon Ball Z and Rick and Morty.
I love Rick and Morty, and I just happened to be I had seen these Funko Pops in all these stores, and I'm like, oh yeah, they're cute. Okay, whatever. Just another, toy is my thought. And I was in Best Buy one day, and like there Pickle Rick was, and I was like, you got to be shitting me. Oh my God, it's mine. And that's what started it. And then it wasn't but a few weeks later, I was in the comic shop and I just happened to look over and here's a Rick and Morty cover with Pickle Rick on the cover. And I'm like, what? And yeah, then that snowball started and here we are with too many short boxes and too many pops.
I'm so excited. I'm getting ready to get my first pop because I don't own any from Fox Crown of the comic community, and it is an Ice Cube pop. because you know
I just
love
seen him
me
in
some
here a
ice.
minute ago. He was here. I don't know if he still is.
So I'm super stoked. I'm gonna make a shadow box with it actually because I have an NWA album that I'm gonna put my NWA comic book in front of with my little Ice Cube pop, and I'm gonna be a cool
nice.
little display box in my house.
Now, see,
Yeah.
once you get that, you're in trouble. Downhill slope from there.
Yeah, once you get the first one, that's what happened. I got the Pickle Rick, and then it was on. It was done.
That's how it all starts for everybody. Because I've heard so many other people in the community who were telling me the reason why they got into pops, and they'll be like, it's just because of that one damn character that you're just like. After that, it just becomes an addiction, and it's like
Yep.
not that we all already don't have an addiction, and then to set another addiction on top of that one, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like some of the Marvel Legends where I love the Venom and the Carnage.
Yeah.
There's some freaking badass Marvel Legends.
Yep.
And it's just like, all right, I can't. I can't. No. Like, I got like one or two, and then I was like smacking my hands, and like I'm treating myself like a little 2-year-old in the store, and I'm like, no.
Oh wow.
So,
If it wasn't because of space, we would have a lot more.
Yeah, I sold a lot of toys. Like, I mean, toys for me take up a lot more space than comic books do. And
yes.
especially everything that I've had, mint on card and things like that. It's super hard to store it. And even now, some of the guys are like, well, why don't you do a toy auction or a Funko? And I was like, that's in a whole nother realm from comic book collectors, because when you talk to comic book collectors, and I remember I sold the Star Wars toy, and it was like they were looking at me like I had 8 heads, and they were like, why are you starting that off at $75? And I'm like, listen, this is like $150 toy.
Yeah.
And like, so, but I had two good community members. It was the Simply Incredible podcast show. He bought one of the Mandalorians that I had, and then as well as Biggie's from the New York Warriors.
That's great fun.
So they ended up buying them, and they're happy as hell with it, because they were like, dude, I told them, I was like, these are really hard to find toys, but it just goes into a whole different crowd, and it has to be specifically for toy collectors to even be able to do something like that.
Usually when you sell pop in the pop community, what you do is if it's in mint condition, no tears, rips, crinkles, nothing.
Yeah.
Take 10% off of PPG value, and people will gobble that crap up.
Mm-hmm.
This is the only toy I own.
Just like this.
I own a couple dolls, but I was at Walmart and I saw these when they first came out, the Todd McFarlane one, and I had to have it. And I actually have the comic, the little mini thing that it displays, that one. I actually have that comic, so I have them displayed together.
What?
Oh.
I found out what's your favorite toy.
You don't have one. That's the new ones that came out. The new Harley Quinn. That's from the Todd McFarlane line.
Yeah. I actually have looked at all the Walmarts, and I was going to buy all of them and send them out as AOKs, but there was only one in the 5 Walmarts that I looked at.
Wow.
Man, do y'all know?
Say, look, you got her started already. I was like, she saw the toys, she's like, I want it. And that's the other thing too. She has a rack of Harley Quinn toys. I'm talking even she took the ones that I owned from the original the animated series.
They're officially mine.
Yeah, she took them. She was like, these are mine, and I was just like, okay. I was like, I can't argue with that.
Yeah, before we had our daughter, our second room was literally our storage room. But once we got pregnant and stuff, it was just like, okay, now we need to get rid of some of these things, just not the Harley Quinns, though.
Definitely agree with Elizabeth right there with her what she put up on the chat. That pops are like rapid. Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they do. They multiply, man. And see, that's like me when I first started, and I had 2 short boxes full, and was fixing to start my third one. I'm like, what are we doing here? You got too much shit. And then it's like, all right, so I started trying to dwindle a little bit, and then it was like, no, I need, and then I just kept getting more. I was getting way more than I was dwindling. And so I've just finally, it's like I'm trying to stick to my certain characters and my certain runs and stop just doing those compulsive cover buys. And because I'm telling y'all something, Marvel killing me. Look, I know that's a hot, character, but why do we have to have 20 damn different covers for almost every issue? I mean, that's a little ridiculous.
No, I definitely agree with that. I said Marvel, as much as I love Marvel's like the biggest culprit when it comes to that. And I personally can't stand it because that's the reason too. I went down the same path as you, Shorty. Like I went back to just collecting my Batman stuff and just collecting my Batman runs, Detective Comics, and then just several other characters where it was just kind of like short miniseries. But for the most part, is like I got rid. I love Spawn, but I actually sold 1 through 200 to somebody locally here in Virginia, and then I put some up at the auctions and things like that. But I mean, I literally collected 1 through 300 for the Spawn, and that just took up so much space. And I was like, yeah, right now I just have to condense everything down, especially with my second daughter on the way. And I was like, we're gonna have to need all the space possible. And when I realized after the fact, like just how much short boxes and long boxes of comic books I've just collected just from the time of the span of 10 years that I've been collecting comics, it's just been astronomical. Where I was just like, what the heck was I thinking, or what was I doing? And she even said it. She was just like, I was like, you might as well just put a bed on top of the boxes because that's probably what we're gonna have to do for the next kid.
Just use the short boxes as a frame and just throw an air mattress on them.
Exactly, just put a mattress on and then we're good to go. But no, it's crazy. It starts getting out of hand, but then at some point you start realizing because I've said it before. I spoke about it on a comic chop up, and I said that we all live all on FOMO, fear of missing out.
Yep.
Because as soon as you hear it, and I always say, you see these lists, you see the people pouring out these comic books and saying, man, this book right here is coming out, this one's coming out. Look at you.
She took a ponytail off.
Yeah, you got your little fluffy hair like your dad. Say yes. Say hi.
Say hi.
You want to say hi to everybody? So this is Boo Cakes.
Maybe she'll see herself.
Yeah, you gonna say hi?
She finds it funny. Why you take your ponytail off?
I don't know.
You got a hot mess now.
Oh, she is so precious.
Thank you.
Say hi.
Appreciate it. Say hi.
Take your hands out your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Oh.
Oh.
I wish she would be like this all the time, but she's not.
Oh yeah.
We call her a little demon at times because she'll do things that, oh my God, it's like literally I have to walk away from her and just go to another room if I have to do anything. She knows how to take the lids off of my boxes of comic books. She starts pulling them out, and I'm just there like, okay, nah, we can't do that. Because she's
unfortunately we had to return the payment to someone who actually purchased the book, a graded book. Yeah. Because our daughter decided to grab it, slam it, and break the case to it.
Yep. And she just threw that CGC slab, and I was like, oh man.
And then her face expression is the worst because she'll look at us and laugh and be like, yeah, I got you guys.
Yeah, they do. They know when they do too.
Oh, big time.
She knows. And for a 1-year-old, she is very smart.
Yeah.
Like she gives us.
They already have us more figured out than we do.
Oh yeah. Like she gives us the look all the time. Whenever she's about to do something evil, she looks at us first.
Yeah.
And lets us know that she's gonna do it.
Like, you watching? Come on, you watching me?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Hey Tacoma, what's up? Hey, look what Kat said, Toro.
I see.
No, definitely. I would definitely do it. The only thing is we're gonna have to watch our savagery if we bring the ladies on. Because we sometimes we go a little overboard, and even Jen sometimes will be there. She's like, It's like, I can't believe you just said that. I'm like,
I don't know. Me and Tori, it takes a lot to.
no, but I would definitely love to have you ladies on there and bring you guys on. And I know I already told Shortbox, I mentioned it to it at one of the auctions, that I definitely love to bring you over and definitely have a ladies auction one day and just go at it. Because I
We
know
would feel super honored.
everybody definitely get yourself some good money to get yourself some more comic books or things for the kids, because that's what it is for me right now. It's literally everything is for the new baby, because with Jen and stuff and with everything that's been going on around with COVID, we had to cancel the baby shower for her. So we were just like, you know what? I was like, I'll sell my comic books for my daughters all day long. I have no problem with that.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of how it is. I mean, I'm blessed to still have a job. I mean, having my own cleaning business, and I clean for a big lab. So being that they're still running 24/7 is why I still have a job. But they've even dialed that back tremendously because of everything. And so, I mean, yes, right now I think everybody that still is able to work is thoroughly thankful to even be working. But just the struggle's real for everybody right now.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that is a truth, and that's why I said, everything that was, the little bit that we could do and things like that. I'm very grateful. That's why I tell everybody in the community all the time. Thank you for the support. Thank you for everybody coming out all the time.
What are you trying to say, Tacoma?
It says Shorty ain't no wallflower. I believe that.
He's trying to run his mouth. That's what he's doing.
I see Shorty with Robert Galvin and Lady Variant doing the auctions before. I know. And Maz, yeah, definitely. That's right. She's cursing out everybody on Call of Duty. That's right. Sometimes I'm afraid to play with her. I'm like, I'm there playing it. She's like, she'll turn around and look at me and she's like, why didn't you shoot that son of a bitch right there? And I'm just there like, come on. I'm like,
even with the art chemist, there's been times that he would kill me by accident. Oh my goodness, I would go off.
Yeah, she was just like, she was
You'll hear
losing
me
her
like,
mind.
why the F did he kill me? I'm his partner. Why is he killing me?
All right, Elizabeth is asking, I think, chat answer this question too. We want to see some of these answers. Elizabeth is asking, all right, what was the best and the worst gift that you ever got for you or made for your mom?
For us?
The best, she said, yeah. What was the best and worst gift you all got or made for your mom?
Well, my mom's always loved flowers, so we've really gotten her flowers, her perfumes. But my mom is extremely simple. Oh my goodness!
I got my little camera girl over here.
That is not a microphone.
She's learning quick, Daddy.
She's like, all right, I'm gonna move this for you. She's over here just going crazy. No, but I don't know. Oh, I know what gift my mom didn't like from me when I was younger. I could definitely say was, when you're younger, they used to make you do, arts and crafts in school.
Mm-hmm.
And back in the days, nobody, the whole smoking thing and all that stuff wasn't as big as it is now, where it's like, everybody's like, don't smoke, do all this. But back in the days, I was in school and they used to make arts and crafts class. You made an ashtray, and I'll never forget giving it to my mom, and my mom just like looked at me as like, I don't even smoke. What the hell are you giving me this for? So,
I did the same thing.
That was probably the worst gift. I'll never forget that. I do remember, and it was just it looked gray. It looked like, I don't even know what to call it. It was horrible, and I think I was like 10 years old, I think, at that time. So I don't forget that. My mom was just like looking at me like, what is this? And I was like, and the first thing she said was like, they allowed you to make this, make this in school. And I was just like, hey, I don't know what to say. But yeah, that was probably the worst gift. And then every other gift I've given my mother, she literally has put in the basement, and she's got like it looks like Sears in my parents' house in New York. That's literally how much. That's literally how much stuff. Yeah, like I bought my mom. She told me, "Hey, I need a toast oven." That
Oh,
toast
yeah.
oven, like 3 years ago, it's still in the basement, brand new in the box. I was like, you could have a crazy garage sale right here and make yourself thousands of dollars from all this stuff
Right.
that's there. And she was just like, she's like, I don't need. And after that, my mom was like, just don't give me anything. Just just wish me a happy Mother's Day. Get me flowers or whatever, but don't buy me anything anymore. She's like, we got way too much stuff. So
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like,
yeah. Because this year it was really tough to even send anything, just to even get flowers. Because
yeah,
everything
probably the worst
overwhelming.
gift has just been absolutely nothing because that makes me feel like crap. And
Yeah.
like literally this year, it was absolutely. I mean, I got her a card, but like outside of a card, what more could you really do right now? There's really no place like. She needs absolutely nothing from Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I guess I could have bought her some groceries,
Yeah, exactly.
but I mean, so Cap says he gave his mom a bowling ball and she threw it at him.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
He's full of BS. His mom ain't even mean like that.
Oh man, that's too damn funny.
This is kind of true, Barbarian. This is kind of, I guess, where I was at today. Every year he's like, I call, I joke with her, make her laugh, make her about piss herself, and that's good enough for me. She loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for my mom, it would be like having all of her kids together every Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Probably for my mom too. But it's rather difficult. I've only got one sibling, and that's difficult to even put us under the same roof. So
I got 3 and 2. 2 of them are girls, and I'm the youngest. And they always want to try to act like because they're older that they got this shit on lock. So then I have to remind them that just because I'm the baby don't mean shit.
yeah,
so
see, I get that too. I get
Mom-
that too because my one sibling is older. So, oh, I'm the baby and I'm the spoilt one. And,
Oh, yeah. No, there's a huge generation gap between all of us. 15 years, 12 years, and 10 years are what all of them are older than me.
Oh wow.
wow.
So
My
when they all
sister's
get
only
married,
7.
created
Yeah,
them all.
we usually try to get, because it's me and 2 brothers, an older one and then a younger one. We usually try to do it every year where we all get together. But this year, I told my mom, I was like, I'm sorry, Mom. With this big belly, I cannot make it 4 hours to you.
You'd be miserable as hell.
I can't even last 10 minutes in the car right now.
Yeah.
So
she's
I
like,
told her,
I want to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I told her, I was like, I'm sorry, and everything's closed. I'm not using public bathrooms and all that stuff. So I told her, I was like, I'm sorry, Mom, but this year I cannot make it to you. So, I FaceTimed her like 3 times today already, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what I had to do. I mean, but like X-Collect is exactly right there. It's more about, like you said, going back to the house they was raised in and, and just having that family meal again, because so many families nowadays, I mean, like I had some family come and visit me and stay with me for a while, and me and my kids, back then, it was when I cooked every single night, it was the same thing every night, dinner served at the table, the family sat down at the table, and he was confused because he's like, you don't go in anybody's houses anymore and they still actually have the family dinner at the dinner table. There's just everybody's always in different rooms with something to eat. And I still think that's a big key factor, to just set your phone down, sit down at the table or something with your family and talk about, like my 7-year-old, she wants to come to me and she talks to me about her wow and her pow moment of the day, and it's the story of both her wow moment and her not so wow moment. So, those are those times that just we're too socially active a lot Yes, I know this right here. What we're doing is a lot of escape for some people. But I think sometimes we just need to socially disconnect and take a minute to absorb what's around us, because at the end of the day, that's all that matters anyway.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, like
reality.
him and I grew up that way, where it was always, we sit at the table as a family, everyone eats together. There's no phones on the table and stuff. So we tried to incorporate that now with our daughter, even if she's, just one. But every time we eat at the table, we put our phones away and our daughter sits with us and she eats with us.
Yeah.
So, I'm not feeding her first and then we go and eat together. We actually do it, all three of us together.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the best way, to have that family unit, because there's so many people. I think that's where we're lost in society right now too, is we don't have that family unit that we used to have anymore, because too many things are going on that we're losing focus on what's important.
Oh yeah, big time.
So,
that's the family unit as a whole too.
Go ahead.
We don't think a lot anymore as it takes a village to raise a child. So when the mom's at the park, I ain't even just looking out for my kid. I'm watching out for your babies too. Why? Because it takes all of us working together and coming together. So, I am a huge one on, we sit down and eat together when the kids' friends show up. I'm like, hey, have you eaten? Try to feed them as well. That's a huge ordeal, because that is such an important thing. That is a time that most families do connect, is during meal time. So that's probably why I'm always trying to feed everybody.
Yeah.
Sit down, eat, let me connect with you. Let's talk. I'm not going to poison you, I promise. But definitely, as a whole, like a lot of people in society, I think that's where some of our kids, and we can get more violent and just upset kids. As it takes a village to raise a child, that's your yard. I'm not going to pay attention. I'm not going to care none less, Most of the time you don't know.
That's her fake.
I give it some crazy look, Doro. That's my warning look.
Right here, fake crying. I'm gonna mute myself here right now, real quick.
All right. But yeah, so huge village to raise a child. I'm sure you kind of have that same ordeal, Shorty.
Do what?
It takes a village to raise a child, let alone a person. It takes a village as an entire society.
Yeah.
We all got to learn that. We all gotta come together and be one.
Let's see. Kimma says that's some of the best times, playing Jenga at the dinner table, man, with the family. He never wins, but it's cool. And G-Man, yeah, he says he takes the grandkids' phone every time they come over. Hey, Okay, you know what? We're going to back up here, guys, for a minute. Because, Elizabeth asked a while ago what some of the worst things we've gave. Guys, really? Elizabeth? What in the name of Jesus? Well, now we know what part of the problem is with her, guys. There was our one big secret that she let us in on tonight. So.
Right. We're only allowed one at a time, she said. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
I grew up a tomboy. Don't put me in a dress, man.
Oh, man, I love wearing dresses and frolicking through the flowers. I won't even lie.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, no, I loved beating people up and getting dirty, making mud pies, making my sisters eat them. Yeah, I was mean.
Yeah. I didn't have my sister was a butthole. She wouldn't really ever let me catch her to do anything to her. And she was 7 years older than me.
See, I'm the oldest.
Oh, so you got to dominate everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You were the sibling that got to be like, oh, you're going to eat this, or I'm going to tell mom, or oh, you're going to do this, or oh, I'm going to tell mom.
Oh, no, I never used that. I'm going to tell mom. I said, I'm going to force it down your throat if you don't eat it.
She said, the hell with telling mama. I'm going to take care of this right now. We don't need mama.
No.
Oh man, my niece one time, I'm not gonna lie, she went through this really horrible stage where she used to try to wipe her snot all over me just to be an evil little child. And mind you, my oldest niece and I, there's only 9 years between us. Okay. So one of the times she grabbed it and freaking went to go rub her booger on me, I made her eat her own shit and she never did it again. Yeah, like you ain't gonna wipe that on me. I straight like turned her little hand and stuffed it in her own mouth, like, nope. That's probably why she never played pranks on me either as a teenager. Like when she got older, she's probably like, Aunt Tori, get me back. She ain't fucking around.
Yeah, Z, you know this. It ain't been but just now 2 hours. You know this? Hey, how many shots are you in now, Z?
Shoot, how many bags of chips you ate yet? See?
I'm not gonna lie, I was blacked out because I just grubbed down on a couple more ribs.
Oh my goodness. Ooh, you're cracking me up.
So we did our list. What else do you want to talk about, Shorty? How was your Mother's Day? Did you do anything exciting?
I went to see my mother and spent time with my 3 daughters. And I have one standing here looking at me as we speak. Just standing there pitifully looking at me. And when I say this, y'all, most time when I'm thinking how they're pitifully standing here looking at me, wanting me, you're thinking my youngest one. No, this would be my 19-year-old over here at the door going, Mom.
It's me time. Well, should
But
we call it a night then and let her have some mom time?
oh no, she just wants to talk to me for a second. So I told her I was fixing to go pee and I would go when you came back. But I'm not trying to leave the.
Oh no, I can entertain the chat for a minute.
Is gone here, y'all. Y'all see this?
So
Tori and I got this.
What was that, Elizabeth?
I said, Tori and I got this. Go pee.
Oh, Z said it was Wifey's turn to drink tonight, and she's about 10 shots in. So Wifey is doing amazing for Mother's Day. Way to go, Z. Shout out to you. High five, bro, for letting Wifey relax.
That means she took enough shots for me too, because I'm a non-drinker, and 10 I know I'm sure did her in.
I had my mimosa today without the liquor.
Oh, well. Hey, at least it's something.
Orange juice.
No, it doesn't settle well in my belly. So I guess during rally, like last year at Snoop Dogg, I had 2 beers because it was Snoop Dogg. And I mean, who's not going to drink at a Snoop Dogg concert?
Oh, wow.
And they weren't offering gin and juice. So I was like, well, I guess I'll drink a beer and just enjoy it. But it only takes me like 3 beers and I'm trash because I never drink.
So Tori, how did you spend your Mother's Day today?
I actually just kind of hung out with the kids a little bit, watched some TV, and then I actually told Captain I was taking a hot bubble bath and let the kids bug me for like an hour. So I got like 2 hours just to myself of silence, and I just laid there,
Cool.
listened to some classical music and read a book.
Nice. Sounds like some really good stuff right there.
Yeah, we spent our day today on this same couch.
Yeah, pretty much. I think we're watching movies.
We watched like 5 movies today.
Yeah, really can't go out too much out here because the amount of people that are catching COVID-19, it just keeps going up. So it's very tough to even want to go out anywhere.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, I think our state is now starting to begin its peak. Kind of from what I've been watching from the numbers. But like that is one thing I have counted us blessed at is that we are like a more desolate state. We have 887,000 in the entire state.
Oh wow.
So like it's not hard to stay away from your neighbors to some degree, if that makes sense. However, when I'm at the store, I have to tell people to back the hell up because we are so used to being able to be close Saturday night. Well, people, normally I don't mind saying hello, but today's not the day. But the other half of the state, like the east side, is this part of the state that's been hit extremely hard. Like almost 3,000 of our cases in the entire state are in one county.
Damn.
Oh, is she gonna do the high five?
Oh wow.
Nah, she's got an attitude right now.
She's mad.
She's mad because she wants us to let her go so she can grab the camera and everything.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's why she's getting upset.
We have
Yeah,
a baby gate that blocks Captain's doorway to his bar area that we have to keep up, and actually Sapphire's now tall enough that she tries to just throw her body over it to climb over it. But this is the area she's always trying to get to, and it's where he has all of his little collectibles, like his only spot in the whole house where he has all of his knickknacks for the most part. So I'm like, no, like destroy your own thing, stay out of that area. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to get something taller soon. She can flop over that baby gate when she wants.
Yep. What other things is there anything other than we don't know about you, Miss Slim Jim? Other than you love Call of Duty?
That's
Call of
her
Duty.
go-to.
What was the other game? No, not Resident Evil.
She is a gamer. I will say that as much as she doesn't admit it, she games. I think she's been playing more Call of Duty than I have. And then the other game was Tomb Raider.
Yeah, there we go.
Tomb Raider was the other game that she was just hard just playing every single day. And sometimes I would actually come back from running errands and I'm there thinking that she'd be done and it's like 4 hours later and she's still here. She's like, I'm going to get this. I need to get this reward over here. I need to do this. And I'm just like, I'm there like, oh my God.
Yeah,
I'm like, you're still going at it.
Eventually I got into crochet.
Give me one.
Okay.
Give me one.
I did get into that. I did the babies. I did like an outfit for the newborn and everything. What else did I do? Right now, I'm just more into diamond painting.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys heard of that.
Yeah, she could show you. She actually did some Groot. I'll go get it for her.
I'll get
You
it.
can sit. All right. But she actually did these
Yeah, show
things.
that.
It's painting. Yeah, it's literally painting with diamonds, and she's been doing that for like hours. She did one of it was a lion, a lioness, and the two cubs. It was a portrait, and she did that, and now she's got baby Groot that she's working on right now.
That's awesome.
Like I
Yeah.
completed this one. Hold on, let's get the glare off.
Oh, that's way cool.
Yeah,
And it's just like with these little diamonds.
yeah, and it comes on it's a piece of canvas, and
I'm trying to finish
Everything
this
is
one now.
done.
Oh, our daughter's moving it.
No, wrong one. Go to that one.
There we go.
you gotta take
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah. So that's what she's been completing during quarantine.
Yeah, the
right
first one I did was the one of the lion, the lioness with the two cubs that represent our family.
Sweet.
now. Yeah. So it's pretty cool stuff. I don't even know how she found it, to be honest with you. But she ended up finding that stuff, and she's been doing that. And then the other one that she did, that I think this one took her a lot longer because
Yeah,
it was a
this
lot
one
more detailed.
I already have this one framed up. Wait, it's still there.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, I really like that.
Hold on.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so she has, and literally it's all these little pieces of diamonds, and that canvas is all sticky so that the diamonds will attach to it. So it's pretty,
Oh, that's cool.
it's pretty much, it's pretty cool what she's been doing.
It's like a super intense puzzle.
Is my wife painting with diamonds. No, listen, not real diamonds. If it was real
No,
diamonds,
it's not
geez,
real
good Lord.
diamonds.
Listen, I'll sell that before I go to sell my comic books. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
the
funny.
one with the lion and the lioness, I got it more because I actually have it tattooed on my right arm. I still have to
Yeah,
add the
she has
cubs
to
to it,
finish
but
it.
I did the I have the, you can see it, right? I have the wait, where am I turning? I actually have the lion and the lioness with
Oh
the
yeah, that's way pretty.
That is wicked.
yeah, and then it has I have the tree of life in the background, and then you can see that I have the two spaces opened up, and that's to add the two
Yep.
cubs there.
That'll look way pretty.
Sweet. Heck
Yeah.
My
yeah.
fun fact of the evening, I have no tattoos.
Oh, I've always said I wanted tattoos, but my parents said that as long as you live under my roof, that is not allowed. So as soon as I moved out, I got my own tattoos.
Yep, I grew up with the mom that if God wanted it on your body, you would have been born with it there.
Yeah, my parents were not too happy when I got my first one was the one on this side, and when they saw that one, they were very upset with me.
Yeah,
Like
my
this one,
grandfather
the one-
recently passed away, and I didn't get any because I just felt it was disrespectful to him. But now, years, I think I'm gonna finally crack down.
Yeah, no, this one is actually once I have my daughter, I'll finally get it done. But this would be my entire arm. I want to get the entire sleeve done.
It'll be beautiful. Are you gonna do just a whole bunch of black and white different art all the way down it, just like shaded art?
No, what I'm doing, I'm adding the like half Ecuadorian and half Dominican flag to represent where our daughters are from with their date of birth. What else did I say I was adding? I was supposed to get the same one that he has on his arm.
Yeah, because I did a design. It's
It's
the rotten apple, and it's the city as the core.
Oh God, our
And then
daughter's like
let's-
moving this like crazy.
I know everybody's gonna
Why
get
don't you put the
seasick
camera there?
because I can't.
No.
Nope. And and at the top for the stem you got the Statue of Liberty, and that's literally what it. Yeah. So it's
That's
the
way
form
pretty
of
cool.
apple. Yeah, for New York
gone.
City. Yeah, so that's what and from my mom doesn't really like it. She tells my daughter, she's like, tell your dad to wash his arms. His arms are dirty.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah, that's what my mother says all the time.
No,
So-
my mom tells me all the time. She's like, "Oh, you said you were gonna do something small," and I was like, "I never said that, Mom." And when she
I'll
saw
be right
it,
back.
she was so upset.
Yeah, because I'm all tatted all the way up, all across my back, everything, all the way down. I wanted to do my whole back, but the missus here doesn't want me to.
Well, I've only gotten one, and that's just because I haven't had the opportunity present itself to just go back. I have been trying to go back for the last 10 years and get another one, and I haven't made it back yet.
Yeah.
She thinks that the
What kind of
stuff is
tattoo
a microphone.
did you end up getting?
Oh, it's where I was worked EMS for 10 years, so
Okay.
I had the EMS life, and so I've got the big star of life on my calf
Yeah.
with the snake on the cross and
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah, I've got that, and it just it says "train to save your ass, not kiss it." So
Oh wow.
Fun fact, Tori has no
Cool.
tattoos at all. None.
Oh really?
Tori, we gotta change that. Come to Tennessee and we'll go.
She's off camera for a minute, so that's why I jumped on. I lost count.
Yeah, wow, Barbarian. Usually that's the other way around.
Yeah, you see, my father didn't say nothing because he was in the military, so he has a tattoo, so he just never said anything.
Yeah, he
It's my
doesn't.
mother
He
is the
doesn't.
one
He
that
doesn't
does
have
it,
the right to say anything.
Yeah, he won't say absolutely anything at all.
Now,
So-
both my parents disagree with me getting my tattoos. But I mean, I told them,
kind
I
of
was like,
mine were, but I mean,
Yeah, my parents will probably go a month without talking to me. Once they see I get the whole arm done, they probably won't talk to me for an entire month. She's gonna disconnect it.
That's all right. I got it.
Well, here's a fun fact. Though Captain used to own a tattoo parlor back in the day.
Oh,
really?
Wow.
Oh wow.
I haven't done it in a long, long, long time.
Tori, hey Captain, is Tori gonna get any?
What's that?
I said, is Tori gonna get any tattoo?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
Captain, the real question is, Shorty, will Captain let me corrupt my virgin skin? That's the real question.
Well, I don't know that it's Cap's decision.
Amen.
And I don't know if it's virgin skin no more either.
Amen. You got babies.
But it's
Just
as a guy who has many regret tattoos and many, I don't know, some really cool tattoos to random,
now.
I just want to make sure it's the right tattoo for her for the first time, Same thing, my kids.
See, that's my thing. Is like I see people and they got some of the, they got some of the dumbest tattoos I've ever seen, and it's like sometimes they mean absolutely nothing. Like you got a cheeseburger tattooed on your back. What is wrong with you? So like sometimes you just see some of the most ridiculous things. So my thought process on it is like, if you're gonna market, let it be something that means something to you. Let it have a significance. She said, no, Daddy, it is Mama's Day. We don't want to see Daddy. She just keeps throwing thorough right out of the camera, y'all. Y'all watch that. She didn't. So, see? Nope, Daddy. Nope. This is hilarious. I'm sorry. But, so, like, I think the tattoo needs to have a meaning. Before you do it, like there needs to be a purpose and a reason for it, for you to make that decision. And like with names, you see guys putting girls' names on them and vice versa. The only man's name I would ever put on my body would be my father or my son. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I think you need to be very, very picky when it comes to what you put on your body, because like I said, I've seen some things out there that it leaves me with more questions than what I started with. So I mean,
as a guy who grew up around trailer tattoos, and watching bikers give each other tattoos and going to parties where people were, Mickey rigging something up. Was always interested in it, where it was always like, give me money and I'll just give you some pain. I was just like, what the heck? That's on somebody for the rest of their life, a wing with a motorcycle tire around their nipple. Right. Pay somebody to do that? Let me try it.
Maybe.
But everybody has their own. Just like comic books and pops and everything out there, tattoos are the same thing. They can be addictive, They're always something different. Everybody has a different one. I know Thor has Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on his forearm.
Yeah.
I got a peace sign on my ankle that I got done with a sewing needle long, many, many years ago.
Damn, that's savage as fuck right there, man.
I was like, Jesus.
To this day, I haven't touched it, and I always laugh at it.
Wow.
Regret tattoos,
Oh my god.
Letter.
No regrets.
That's it. That's one thing I was always scared about is whenever somebody had to spell stuff out and write something on me, and I was just like terrified. And I remember
I have a horror story for that.
My best one, though, this guy came in drunk and he goes, "What is that? A red dragon on my back?" And I was like, "Dude, I can't tattoo you. You're under alcohol. Go over there, sober up." So 8 hours went by and he still hadn't sobered up. So So I just had him sit down for a little bit, and finally the next day he came back and he goes, "Well, you ready to tattoo?" I said, "Yeah, I got it all drawn up, ready to sit down. I got it drawn up." So he sits down, I start tattooing his back. And I had this little apprentice guy, he was tattooing on it. All of a sudden, the apprentice goes, "Great that you're getting this red wagon on your back." And the guy was like, "Wait, what? Wait, a red wagon?" And he goes, "Yeah, that's what you wanted, wasn't it? A red wagon." Because big red wagon. That guy started freaking out. "Hang on, I ain't paying for nothing." Da, da, da. I mean, he's putting on a shirt, ready to leave, not pay. We said, "That's what you wanted." And he goes, "No, I wanted a red dragon."
Wow.
So we turned him around, put a big old dragon on his back, all just like blowing fire down that village.
Oh my
That
God.
guy
That's
was
funny.
so embarrassed. He was like, "All right, here's extra tip and everything.
Oh,
Thanks for
wow.
not tattooing me while I was drunk." I said, "Well, look at what you wrote right here. It said red. We just went with red wagon on it." So that was fun.
What about you? The tattoos?
Who does?
I'm asking Elizabeth if she has any.
Oh, Elizabeth.
No, she had answered that in the chat. She does not.
No, that was a sin to my mom.
Yeah, that's how it is. It was the same thing for my mother. My mother would tell me, she's like, "Yeah, you're not supposed to stain your body." Like, oh my God, it was shit. I know my mom didn't talk to me for a while, but I told her everything that I have on me has a meaning, though. Literally, my whole arm, everything on both arms, tell a story on my back, everything.
She had a cow when I got my ears pierced.
Did you say you don't have your ears pierced either?
Nah, she did. She said that her mom had a cow because she got her ears pierced.
I graduated with the old nose pierced to the chain, Skid Row, rock out,
Really, wow.
He's not joking either. There's one senior
Nah,
picture that has
I believe it.
No, that thing's buried in the treasure chest somewhere underneath the backyard.
Ma
too
said
much.
you and Barbarian shared a cell.
I think Maz is right.
Not that bad.
It's like they got the same grooming techniques.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so you probably get the. Do you ever put the wax?
Oh yeah.
You do?
I got him some, and it was like not the right kind, and it dried really funny. Oh yeah,
really?
that was hashtag. I'm super pissed at my wife, but I don't want to.
He looked like he had an octopus on his face. It's like tentacles coming up.
When I go riding
Like
a motorcycle,
that sit on your face. Oh Jesus!
Who's your daughter talking to now?
I don't know. She's over there on her little makeshift cell phone talking to somebody.
See, but look, she's playing with her hair, so then I gotta be like, all right.
Oh, he cuts his off, so I don't play with it.
Yeah, I really do. Because one day I forgot what I did to her, and I was running away, and she grabbed me and pulled me. And I was like, oh, hell no. That same day, I just grabbed the clippers. I was like, I didn't think twice about it. I just kept it short. Because I was like, I don't want to get grabbed like that.
I accidentally shaved his stuff off.
Oh, really?
I'll trim you up. Whoa, that's like, okay. Not much you can do after that. Just.
Oh, my God. Nah, that's a tough one. It's like, for me, it's like, I'll do a straight edge and I'll do the lines and all that stuff. I wouldn't even dare let her. She'd probably be like Sweeney Todd. She'd freaking leave me without a head, anything. She'd like cut my damn head off if I let her do it.
It's for everyone.
Right?
He did let me give him a haircut, though.
Yeah, she did. She gave me a
I
haircut.
kept begging him, and I kept telling him, like,
Yeah,
everyone
but that's with the help of my brother. I was
trying.
trying to explain it because I cut hair before, So I was a barber, and I used to. So for me to explain it to her and tell her, okay, you know, you need to go from the point of the temple, go around, and then dip down in between the middle of your ears when you get to the back. It was like
it was
like
hard
speaking
to
in
understand
Chinese.
him the
Yeah,
way he was
so
in. So we actually had
my
his
brother,
brother
my
on
brother's a barber
FaceTime
too,
because his
and
brother's a barber too.
my brother was the one that was like guiding her, literally while I'm there sitting. I'm sitting in the damn bathtub because she didn't want to get
He
hair.
should have called you.
I was like, I should have. I was like, all I should have done was I should have just grabbed the trash bag, put it on me, and let her cut my hair around here. Just keep the baby away, put her, you know, in the playpen. And I was like, we would have been good because you would have just swept up all the hair and been done.
No, I told
But
him no. I was like, you got to get in the shower.
She made me sit in the bathtub, and I was in there in the damn bathtub, covered in hair. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, never again. I was like, I'll never do this. And mind you, I'm 6'1", and I didn't even fit in that bathtub because we got one of the world's tiniest bathtubs on earth. And I was like, no, never again. I was like, that was a horrible experience.
At first, he told me, he was like, I'll let you cut my hair if you let me cut yours. I was like, that don't work that way.
And then no, I'm not gonna let you do it. And I was
like, I can't mess up on mine. It's just pretty easy. It's just
just a good old buzz cut and just make sure everything is even. You get to go.
Yeah, who you talking to?
His older daughter had dreads and she wanted to take him out, so I got a hold of my best friend that's a beautician, and I was like, what's the easiest way to do it? And she's like, well, if you cut him shorter, you can comb it out. You just need a whole bunch of coconut oil. Like, okay. So we go to do it. Well, she got impatient with it, and she was in the bathroom for like 2 hours. And mind you, I started helping her, and she's like, okay, I got it. Go back in there after 2 hours, and she's like, start walking around, and she goes, don't say anything. And I was like, I'm not. And she's like, does it look like Britney Spears in 2007 out there? And I was like, a little bit. All I'm going to say is you better clean the mess. And she like peeks out, and she has, I don't like a Machine Gun Kelly haircut going on. Like, I don't know what happened. She's all,
oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness.
And I just went with it. And oh, man. Yeah, maybe Ruby Rose. It kind of looked like that. It was definitely one of those.
Long comb overs.
Oh my God! No, that. Yeah, to me, especially coming from New York, it's like a haircut means everything to you. So when it was her doing the clippers, and I'm just like, hey, listen, this is what it means to have the blade open. This is what it means to have the blade closed. So she's just looking at me like, what the hell's the difference? I'm like, this cuts shorter. I'm like, this keeps it a little bit longer. And she was just like, I was just like, oh my God. I was like, please, dear God. And then the whole time I'm there, like watching it, looking in the mirror and just seeing what she was doing.
You did a good job, though.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Your brother said it was good.
I don't know.
You're so mean.
Don't hit me.
They always tell me it does grow back. Well, I'm still waiting. So
it'll grow back.
Okay, Elizabeth, we'll see you in a bit.
Yeah,
just let us know. Probably see you in the back when you jump back on.
So, Jen, what's your favorite Harley Quinn comic book?
Me?
I honestly don't have a specific.
I thought,
they're all my favorite.
Don't talk to my parents.
That one cover, the metallic cover one, where she's standing there, you gotta flip the book top sideways. What is it called?
I can't remember what issue that is.
You have it back then. I need to get it.
Which one is it? Explain the cover.
It was part of the Rebirth series.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember, but they came out. It was I think it was actually a New York Comic Con exclusive cover that they did in silver. I can't even remember what number that was, but that was like one of her favorite ones that she was reading, and I forgot why. I can't even remember exactly.
Thank you.
What's your favorite Harley Quinn, Tori?
My absolute favorite cover is that Adam Hughes cover where she is laying in the padded room and she has the straight jacket on, and I actually have a version of it.
Nice.
But I don't have the American version. I like the
Okay.
I want to say it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah. They had the Spanish version that came out. That one's a cheaper one,
Yeah.
the American one is, oh my God, that thing is super.
Well, and even the Spanish one being the cheaper one, it really, like, it still wasn't even that cheap of a book.
Yeah, it was because that thing still goes for like $100.
But it was, I don't know, Captain found it at the right time. I
Oh,
knew it was
nice.
one that I found because I have that Art of Harley Quinn gallery book that's like huge, like it's a huge book.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I was like digging through it, and I was like, oh, I need this one. Like if I don't care if I get any, like a Batman Adventures 12, I don't even care if I get that as long as I have this cover. And so that was my first grail, actually, with that cover.
Oh wow.
Yep.
I actually am so into Harley Quinn. I actually have 2 coffee cups of Harley Quinn. I have a statue.
Statues.
Yeah, I have
everything.
statues.
Yeah, I think we
have
put a
whole
lot of that
bunch.
stuff in the closet for right now because it's just
Yeah,
like too much stuff. Yeah, like I put all her stuff that she has. Everything is in the closet with all the toys that I have. So that's why I just tell her all the time. I'm like, yeah, just put everything in there so that way we can get everything, you know, until we decide to like kind of try to bring everything out. Then we'll put everything out. But yeah, I was like, it's way too much stuff.
Yeah, I was telling him we might as well just decorate the apartment and like.
Yeah, because she actually wanted, like, I could show you guys like right here.
Yeah, like
so
up
if
here.
you go up in that area, she wanted to run a track of shelves all around the living room.
To put all the Funko Pops
and she wanted to she wanted to do the Funko Pops, but I was like, people are gonna come over to the house and they're gonna, they're just gonna be here and they're going to just freaking stare at a whole train of Funko Pops all around. So I was like, I personally don't want to do it, but
I told her,
she said
I mean,
that
it's
she would
our
do it.
house,
It's a wonderful idea.
Feel comfortable for
Yeah.
us, you know.
I thought it was a cool idea too because I was, at the same time I was just like, it's true, it's a good way to condense the space and things like that, and plus we live in a condo, so it's just kind of like, I said, I was like, yeah, that'd be a pretty cool idea, but now the whole thing is like, all right, I'm gonna have to put in work and start shelving everything around. Yeah, so I was like,
well, then put an actual train track there where your slabs all come through, house.
Oh, even all my slabs, I've been getting rid of them because slabs just take up a lot of space compared to the to the regular comic books just being raw. So that's why I just went on that decision of going that way. And I know somebody asked me about that too, and I was kind of like on the controversial end about it all because I told them that there's been books that I've sent to CGC and CBCS, and next thing my book isn't even the same book that I sent. So sometimes I start to wonder. I'm like, did they lose my book and give me somebody else's or something that they have, or whatever the case? Because there's been multiple times I've sent books out, and I'm there like, oh well, this is a 9.8 candidate, and all of a sudden I'm getting like a 9.0 book. I'm like, well, this my book didn't have this this crease right here, or my book didn't have whatever this fold up here on the cover or on the back. So that's why I started getting in the habit of taking pictures of my comic books whenever I had submitted them. So I was having just like really bad experiences with a lot of stuff. And after that, I just kind of was like, you know what? It takes up a lot of space and I don't have nowhere to really display it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stick to raw comic books. And if I sell those slabs, all I'll do is take that money and try to replace them with a raw copy. But majority of the money now, like I said, is all for, we're having a second child, and that was more of an unexpected thing because we didn't plan for it. We were kind of gonna wait for our daughter to pretty much turn 2 before we decided to even have the second kid. But
does anybody really plan for it? It didn't work out for me and the 8 kids. Planning. I don't know.
Yeah, we did say it. It was funny because for her first birthday, we had. The family kept asking us like, oh, when's the next one? And I was like, not anytime soon. Yeah. And funny thing was that I was already pregnant by then without even knowing that I was.
Yeah. What's your favorite hero?
Hold on, this one over here just ran and just tumbled itself. She over here, she's going crazy right now.
Oh yeah, you gave me
What was
something.
your question, Cap?
So what is Thero's favorite female hero?
My favorite female character is Zatanna.
She's a badass. She's one of my
literally, I don't know what it is, but I've always,
that's my go-to.
yeah, Zatanna is one of my favorite female characters, and and for me personally, it's a super underrated character. You know, that's
very underrated.
Yeah, super underrated, and then as far as Marvel, I don't know. I really don't have like a favorite female character in Marvel. Somebody, like a female character that stands out. But yeah, I really can't think of one for Marvel wise. But DC is definitely Zatanna. Zatanna
And she actually takes on Raven and is the one that initially trains her how to contain her powers there in the beginning, correct?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I like the whole element of magic. That's the reason why I'm really hyped for the Justice League Dark show, and also too J.J. Abrams is going to be the one that's doing it. So I can't wait for it. I'm super stoked for it. I'm hoping that it comes out soon, but I know it probably won't come out for a while since with everything that's going on right now, they're gonna it's probably gonna take a hot minute before they even decide to start filming or doing things like that. But like for me, I'm really trying to think of a Marvel female character that has really stood out for me. That I'm just like, you know what, like I want her book. I really don't have one. It's very tough. I don't know why, but like DC wise, for me, I feel like the female characters stand out a little bit quicker for me. And
My female Marvel is Savage She-Hulk.
Savage She. Okay.
Wow.
That's a good one. I like She-Hulk, but not too big of a fan. But
I break a lot of stuff. So, and not intentionally. Like I'll just grab the door and then I rip it off its hinges and that type of shit. So mine is She-Hulk because I resonate with her.
Really, she is probably one of the most iconic badass females. I mean, Z would tell you that hands down.
No, I got a Red She-Hulk cover the other day. The first appearance of Red She-Hulk. I'm so excited. I told him me and him are twinning. I saw him in an auction and they threw one up. And so I actually wrote in the chat, I was like, Z, do you want this book? Because if so, I won't bid. And then he typed in buy it now. I was like, yep, okay.
Yep, I got it. Sorry.
Yeah.
I kind of like the Wasp too a little bit too as a Marvel.
Go down. Go.
What's up, Stay Puft?
I guess Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch is really cool, but that's because she has the powers as well, all kind of mystical and whatnot. I like her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, that probably might be a character that I do like Marvel. It's probably Scarlet Witch. I do like Scarlet Witch. I could definitely give it, but out of every female, is always probably going to be Zatanna for me, and then Zatanna and then Wonder Woman. I've always dug Wonder Woman. So
I like Wonder Woman.
I don't collect heroes. I collect villains. So my opinion is always biased. I tell everybody I don't collect heroes. In a roundabout way, I do collect the heroes because you have to collect them in order to have the villain story. But really, ultimately, I'm after the Carnage appearances or I'm after the Poison Ivy, not necessarily Batman. I just want the Poison Ivy. That's all I give it.
Yeah, because what's your favorite female character, Cap?
Ooh, favorite. Probably whatever the wife likes.
He's like, I'm gonna make this one easy.
What spikes your interest the most? Jeez, come on, think about that a little bit.
Well, it spikes my interest. Some of your Lady Death covers gets me blushing on some of them covers.
Yeah, I collect the more risky covers and he doesn't, so it's always funny because the comic book shop, the first time I went in there and asked for
This is all from Slim Jen's collection.
Went in there and asked for Zombie Tramp. The like comic store guy started blushing, and he's like, "We don't even keep those on the shelf. Like, let me pull them out from the back."
Yeah,
and then he started finally ordering them. He's all, "Females are into things like this."
Okay, so here's one of her little favorite covers that she picked up
So
recently.
you're an Amanda Connor fan, I bet. She's
Yeah, she likes the Amanda Connor run right here. And then this one I don't even know where this is from, but this was like says it's a convention exclusive.
That one's cool.
Yeah, she's got a ton.
Now, do you collect for her too? When you see it, you pick it up?
If I see something, I'll get it for her. But if because majority of the time that's what she tells me. She's like, if you go somewhere or you find something that's related to that, she's like, I'll get, can you pick it up for me? So that's what I try to do.
This is one of the ones that was.
So who organizes Jen's comics? Jen or you?
Who does what?
Who organizes her comics? Her or you?
Oh, yeah, I don't do it. I got my own. I had I think it was almost 34,000 comic books. So it was, it's a lot. And for me to organize it and then try to put it in CLZ, all that stuff was just like it's overwhelming. And that's why sometimes it's like you can look at that stuff, and as much as I love comic books, it becomes overwhelming. Like you're so packed in comic books that you're just like, what the hell was I doing? And Jen knows it. I rarely used to watch TV. Back in the days, I used to watch Batman the Animated Series, X-Men, Batman Beyond, and things like that. But majority of the time, I was actually spending reading. And that's one of the biggest things that I was doing, was just reading a lot. That was my entertainment. Okay, go over there. Go.
So does she have any completed volumes of the Harley Quinn series out of the 3 volumes?
I know that she has the Rebirth, and I know that somebody had AOK'd us, but the Rebirth Harley Quinn she has a complete run on that, because that's the one that I always find in her collection, and she'll tell me, she's like, hey, how many more of these do I need? So I'm there like, okay, you still have like 12 more to go before you even complete this run. And that's what she ends up doing. So
yeah.
I'm the same kind of way. I prefer to own an entire run than just a couple books. But right now, I guess I'm going for Batman Adventures 12. But other than that, I'm just trying to complete my run.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's a book that she's always had.
This is a cool cover.
I know this was another one that she liked a lot, was these acetate covers that had come out. So these were John Boy Myers, and I know that's one that she liked a lot. But she's over here looking through her whole collection of stuff that she has, and she's just like checking for every little thing that she has.
She gets to show it off to other girls that are interested. It's exciting.
Yeah, I think that's why
I'm
this
like
show
totally on board with her. Like, this is awesome to be able to put together.
That's cool. I like it, but then the problem is, whenever I see people showing comic books, then I'm like, man, that's so nice. I gotta go get it. Yeah, that's the part. I love watching, but then it's like we all want to get what somebody else has, and you're like, I've never seen that. I want it.
Yes.
So
me and Shorty were actually talking about this last week.
And then
I was like, I didn't even know that comic existed, and she's all, yes. And then I pulled out one, and she's all, I've been looking for that one.
Like literally, she'll pull out everything and anything, even if it's not related to Harley Quinn and Harley Quinn is on it. She just has it. And she'll be there telling me, she's like, I don't care what it is. She's like, just get it for me. And I'm there like, sometimes I'll be searching through places where it's like antique shops. And the one that really did was an antique shop that she had. Like, this one was Frank Cho has signed this. This is autographed. This is all part of her collection. Yeah, and I think this one was actually.
And that's number 23, correct?
Yeah, this one was a connecting variant. What I remember was, it was connecting with these, but both of these are signed by Frank Cho. Try to get that glare away. But yeah, it's like a little connecting there, and if you have both the books.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And then this one
So
too is
she
fine.
enjoys, yeah, literally everything is
Yep.
little
And
my
that's
little
what.
camera girl over here.
Chose one of my favorites because of the ballpoint work.
Yeah, that's amazing what he does, and I've seen some of that artwork that he had put up on his website, and it was that he drew women and stuff all nude and things. But anybody that, like, for me, I enjoy painting, and that's one of my stress reliefs. Right now, I don't paint because of my daughter, because my daughter would probably come and tumble everything all over the place, so I don't even bother with it.
I
But
come in and paint. I'm very artistic in that way. I love to do things like that. We have craft time a lot with the kids.
nice. Yeah, I want
that are full of paints and stuff. Craft hour, let's do something.
From this run, yeah. So this is one from the newer runs. I know that she liked this series, the current run.
Yeah, that was on the motorcycle one.
Yeah.
Right? That's the one.
Yeah, and I remember
That's
this one was
favorite.
one of her favorite ones that she had in metallic.
I think it is.
She likes the Suicide Squad run of it.
You were gonna.
And I know this one.
You were gonna sell on and let you.
My favorite outfit of the Harley Quinn. Ooh.
So this is from that. This is the
That's
rag.
Rag's #1 Virgin variant.
Yep.
He was gonna get rid of that one. I didn't let him. That's mine.
Yeah, she didn't let me get
I
rid
did
of
all the captions all the time. And then, like I said, when I took over, I was like, okay, so Carnage is one of my birthday books, right? So I was like, okay, I am collecting all 130 appearances of Carnage. And he just looked at me and I was like, so that means your grip of Venom and Spider-Man's right there? I'm going to need that chunk of your collection. And he's like, what? And I was like, that's just that much less money we have to spend later on.
Oh, wow.
So Amazing Spider-Man from like what 298 on just disappeared for a while. A couple other ones in there.
I buy books to make up with it, and it's not like he's reading them or collecting them anyways. He's doing his own thing.
Yeah, so this was the other one. I couldn't remember which one she was trying to get me to remember, but she actually got really into Lady Mechanica.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I collect Lady Death. She collects, and I believe a lot of the time it's the same Coffin Comics, isn't it?
Yeah, Joe Benitez is the artist. This one I love a lot. She took this one away from me, but this one was actually one of my favorite ones that I had, and she saw me with it and immediately just took it out of my box. And this is a sketch of Lady Mechanica.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, but a beautiful sketch variant that they did. Yeah, she saw it and she was like, I'm taking it. She's like, I don't want to let you keep it. But that's the other character, going more on the independent side. That's what she ended up going after on that, and that pretty much, it went from there. And little by little, we'll see what else she gets herself into. I know she'll probably find some other stuff to start dabbling in. But I'm trying to tame her, though. I'm not trying to go.
Good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, I know. It's getting out of hand
after that, buddy. I'm telling you.
Oh,
it's
yeah. Big
Pretty
time.
soon, your comic books are going to be our comic books real quick.
Yeah, that's how it is.
And then they go to my comic books after that. Yes, dude.
Exactly.
You can have it.
No, big time. That's why for me, I just, it's like for me, I gotta keep the temptation of not buying toys. Yeah, because toys for me is a giant kryptonite. And I hate seeing toys sometimes. That's why, like, right now, I kept myself from buying that new Todd McFarlane Spawn toys that he has coming out right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I was like, it's all going to depend on how many people buy it, and there's just way too many people. I think it's like 232,000 backers, I think, that he has, and it's up to like $3-point-something million that he's already raised. Yeah. So I look at that, and I told people on that one, I was like, if people are looking for that as a getting a return on an investment, I was like, I strongly advise against it. Don't spend your money on it because as far as toys, I was like, you're gonna find that flooding eBay like crazy. So you're better off just waiting and letting it go for a while, and eventually you'll see it. You'll see it start, kind of going down in price.
Guys, I'm
Well, I
gonna share
started off
this
in
with y'all.
toys, but it was action figures, GI Joe action figures with the tanks and
Oh, I had
helicopters.
I had tons of that stuff. I sold a lot of the GI Joes I had.
I have some still in original packages.
I always dug I got rid of a lot of that stuff. If I would have known, Tori, that you're a big Zombie Tramp fan, I would have sent you a whole rack of the Zombie Tramp stuff I had. But I sold a lot of it because now that I have my little girls in the house, I was like, I gotta get rid
I
of
have
this
a
stuff.
couple of the kids can't touch comics.
Oh, there you go.
Well, I was jealous the other day when he sold that lot
That's-
of DC logos.
That's an awesome J. Scott Campbell. I like that one, that Lady Death.
Oh yeah, definitely one of my favorites. I have another one that actually goes with it that well, I guess I don't have it anymore. I sent it to the dude that is rebuilding his bike. He wanted some different ones to hang up in his shop, and he was looking for some Ghost Riders, but they also are like a clothing boutique.
Oh, okay.
They sell some, I don't know, ladies type clothing. So I was like, well, you need your more like, I don't know, vixen type ladies and some bombshells and whatnot. So I found some different really hot covers and sent them with him to hang up around the shop or inside the boutique as well.
Oh, nice.
Send him like a Ghost Rider #1, You're gonna redo my
I'm
whole
gonna
bunch.
share this with y'all because Elizabeth sent me message that shows her first 5 comic books. Okay.
Yeah, because she's just starting out.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Trying to get the glare off. There's one.
Ooh, metal series.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
Okay.
I love that cover right there. I love that Joker cover. Such an awesome Suicide Squad cover. Another great one. That's the swipe of the mask.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Man, I like that cover too.
Yep, that's one of my favorites.
That's in my
Yeah,
collection.
buddy.
I don't think I've seen that one. That's cool.
Yeah, that was the Joker Anniversary Justice League cover right there.
Mm-hmm.
They pretty much turned everybody into a form of the Joker.
Show again, JSC.
That is mine.
Good night, Maz. Yeah,
Oh,
Elizabeth said with that one here, that Batman that was the tribute to the mask. She said that's graded at a 9.8, which you can see up here in the pic.
Nice.
You can't really see the grade. Yeah. Sweet.
So
I'm the only one that owns graded out of me and Captain.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, and they're all females.
And I've been reading comic books since 77.
Wow.
Reading, not always collecting or looking at it as a value or as I want to read this story or chase this character or do that or that. So my collecting over the years has changed to this, to change to that.
Oh, you want to see the Lady Death again, Barbarian? Is that what you're
Yeah,
asking?
the J. Scott Campbell. My bad. Sorry, Foo.
What?
See, now my wife showed me a book, and now I know who I do like female wise from Marvel. And that's Gamora.
Gamora.
Oh, that is a nice choice.
Yeah, I definitely like Gamora because Marvel wise, that was probably one of the very first books besides Ghost Rider and things like that to and the Hulk for me to read was Guardians of the Galaxy.
I try really hard to get all the kids into comics too, so they don't look at us so funny And actually, like, our one son, when he first brought over his friends because he wrestles and stuff, he's like, you can't talk to my friends about comics. Like, I want to get in with these cool kids, and you cannot be those weird parents. Like, you guys are already weird enough. Don't make it weirder.
You nerd out on them too much with your comic book stuff.
Yeah, so when his friends would sit down and ask us questions, it was like, do we answer or do we play dumb? Huh. I don't know. So I'd sit there and answer him, and then his friends would be sitting there talking with us for like an hour, and he'd get so upset. It would just be hilarious. But all the kids have their own, at least one comic I have started for them. Like Sapphire, we found a comic that actually says Sapphire on it. So I got that for her. When Amethyst came out, I got that for Amethyst, the 4-year-old. But she's a Hulk fan, actually, because she really loves comics. That 4-year-old, man, you show her a cover, and she can name almost any character on any cover that you show her. But she is a comic encyclopedia. Cannot wait for her to fully enjoy reading them.
Right.
But so she has a little bit going on. The 9-year-old really likes Beast Boy. So she has like a Teen Titans collection going on. And then the twins, one's named after Logan, so he has a Wolverine collection. And the other one, I've got him started on Guardians of the Galaxy. And he's a real big Groot fan.
Nice.
So anything Groot I can find him, we have. He has a little Groot ornament that he puts on the tree every year.
Christmas tree.
Awesome. See, this is a guilty pleasure of mine.
Wow.
A lot of people don't know this about me because I've really never actually spoke about it. But my wife has some of my comic books I didn't even know she had. But Dick Tracy has always I can actually go and watch that movie 1,000 times and never get tired of it. And I still have all the toys from back then when the Dick Tracy movie came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I've got a box of just various like indies or anything that's not necessarily Marvel or DC.
I wanted to see the other one. You have it here.
What's one of my
I'll trust you.
like I'll kind of show you some of the craziness that I collect.
See, I was always scared to collect like the different toys and pops and stuff because the kids really like to help themselves to my stuff. They finally learned what
this is some of Shorty's craziness. Y'all think it's just all Venom? It's not.
Oh, that's amazing.
Nice. See, that's stuff that I collect too. A lot of the Looney Tunes, Scooby Doo.
Like I'm a big Al fan.
Cool. Roger Rabbit, nice.
Yes.
Another one of my favorite movies. Another one of my favorites.
Yeah, this is part of my weirdness. Like I've got so many Walt Disney. I mean, like I have like a ton that are just the Whitman. That's just some of what I do. That's just some of my like. I mean, for Jesus, we have Three Stooges.
You can't go wrong with the
I'm a big Alice in Wonderland fan, so I recently started picking up the Grimm fairy tales. Wonderland ones. Yeah.
Nice.
You know, that was a book we could have discussed today.
Yes.
Something children. Like Uncle Roman likes to say, I'm killing them damn kids.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Uncle Roman, quit killing them damn kids.
That's
exactly what he says all the time.
Let's see. I had a couple of others that, like, all right, who all has a Shoney's around them?
Shoney's, I've been there, but the only time I see them is when I've gone to Pennsylvania.
Gotcha.
I've never heard of them. So that lets you know where I stand.
It's like a family.
Well, no, never mind. They do have one here in Virginia, but they closed it down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a good place. I liked it. I don't know why they shut down, but I enjoyed it.
like I found this and I couldn't not get it. This was like well, I'm not gonna say.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
That's like the whole menu that you used to get as a kid.
Yeah.
And like that is so epic just to find one that is complete, like not tore up, not colored in. Like it was just pretty epic because that's a huge staple of my childhood.
Nice.
Like and stuff like that.
Awesome. Yeah, I got one of those. That's probably one of my childhood shows.
Oh yeah.
Because growing up in my house, my parents had a TV and we had a black and white TV. Nonetheless, what we used to do to change channels was use pliers to be able to change the channels. And I remember watching the Honeymooners all the time, and I used to love watching it. And I love the fact that, and like in the Looney Tunes universe, they did the renditions, of the Honeymooners using the rats. I don't know if you ever remember seeing that. Yep. Yeah, and I always enjoyed watching it. I thought that was one of the best shows. I Love Lucy was another one of my guilty pleasures back in the days. Mm-hmm. And this is just being a kid. I mean, just watching all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's part of it is just growing up watching this stuff, and then it's that's mainly what it is with the Alf, is because that was a big staple of my childhood was growing up watching Alf.
Yeah, Alf.
I don't know why, but
for the same reason.
The Dinosaurs was another one for me.
Like Thorough said back in the day, you were stuck changing the TV channel with a pair of pliers because the knobs were broke off, and you were wrapping aluminum foil around the antennas, and you know what I'm saying, like having to stand on one leg. Like you were lucky to get in the 3 channels that you got in.
Exactly.
I'm that cross generation in between having to deal with that and then it upgrading at the same time. Like I'm right at that in between. So I remember some of the real struggles, but with being an Alice Wonderland fan, I found these stamps from Granada. Sort of make me big.
Make you big?
Give her a mushroom.
But they're
awesome.
The movie.
Oh wow!
And then I have, it comes with the COA.
Nice.
Oh, that's.
And
that's
then this Hot Wheels. It's gonna be kind of hard to see because I've never taken it out of the plastic, but it too is Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, we can see. Oh,
that is epic.
That's awesome.
Sits in my little shelf. The kids can't touch it. It drives them crazy to see Hot Wheels hanging on the wall that they can't touch. All right, you can make me small again, Shorty.
Not only the kids, it's me too.
So.
But that's my favorite aisle in Walmart. Every time, like even right now, when it's the non-essentials, like I still have to go down the Hot Wheel aisle if I am making the trip to go to Walmart. Like if I am gearing up and bearing my ass to go out there anyways, I'm at least gonna stop in the Hot Wheel aisle. Like that is the one thing that I like.
See, that's kind of me. It's like if I'm in Walmart already, I might as well check the comic book section and the pop section. I'm already in there. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the couple categories, that was quite fun playing that game. Mostly I just let her pick and talk about her comic books. She pretty much won all the way up to Harley. I mean, they were all Harley.
Yeah, I almost won categories with Harley Quinn's and Poison Ivy's. You would be proud, Miss Slim.
Wow. That's pretty good.
And my right guy was a Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy cover with them where they're on the motorcycle because they're on a ride or die, and she was with her ride or die.
Oh, yeah. Those are some awesome. Now, do you have any, like I just showed Dick Tracy as being one of my guilty pleasures. Is there some, a guilty pleasure for the both of you guys that you have that, like, majority of the comic community doesn't know?
No, we have separate collections. They're
Bam Perella's, and I like to read weird indies, so like Bone Parish or like the Books of Magic, different things like that. I read different kind of comics like that. That's my secret guilty pleasure. I prefer to read those ones.
Nice.
I'm more heroes because that's what I grew up with. The original Avengers and you know, Fantastic Four, your team, your heroes.
You want to talk about some old nostalgia, grow up in your childhood crap?
You're gonna be bringing up the jars. Nice.
That's great.
Like, who doesn't like Charlie Brown? You know what I'm saying?
I think that's part of like everybody's childhood period. No matter who you are.
Like silly shit, like, you know, just collect random stuff like that.
Oh, my daughter! Oh my God! Yeah, somebody sent us an AOK with a Care Bear comic book, and my daughter wanted to hug that comic book, and I was so I was like, "No, we're gonna put this in your room."
Look, she's excited already.
Yeah, she likes Care Bears a lot.
She's actually
awesome. She's over here pointing at it. She's like, "Oh, look."
I get it.
Yeah.
Oh, she loves Care Bear. See, Dad, you need to get
Like
Care Bear pop.
I'm gonna get. Oh, I have one for her. She took it out the box.
She took it
And
out.
it's actually one of those ones that are not easy to find. It's like the what the hell's the pink bear's name? I forget.
Let me try to find it.
Cheer Bear.
I think so. But she took it out the box, and it's one of those rare ones because it was like a chase pop, and she was it's this one right here, and it's the little see-through.
Oh yeah, I love that. Yeah, that is one of them hard ones. That's like the metallic Care Bear, so to speak.
That one's not Share Bear. What is that one? And it's not Share Bear because Share Bear has the lollipops.
Your favorite?
Yeah, I forgot. No, but that's her like go-to toy right now. When she wants to take it in the bath. She doesn't want to let it go anywhere. She's just like, no, that belongs to me.
Those are her two new things. It's that and her blankie.
Yeah, no. Now she's finally got her blankie stage.
Yeah, the last 2 days, it's been like everywhere she goes, it's with that and her blankie in her hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, mine's, like I said, mine's 7, and she still has a stuffed Boots.
Barbarian Kung Fu that is Tender Heart.
Tender Heart, okay.
And a blanket, a specific blanket that has Doc McStuffins. So,
Really?
We know all about the blankies.
She uses every night. That's her thing.
Nice.
Yeah, like every night we tell her to go to bed. And it's funny because, you know, I'm expecting her to go and I see her walk into the dark in the living room. And I'm like, what is this little girl doing? Next thing I know, she's walking back with her blanket in her hand. It's like, I can't go to sleep without it.
She's like, wait a minute, we forgot something.
Okay, Elizabeth, I think, got the right one. Now that I remember seeing it. Love a Lot Bear.
Love a Lot Bear.
There we go. Yeah. Love a Lot Bear. Thank you.
We had 3 votes.
I can't remember for the life of me which one it was. I remember I had like multiple words on the box. Mm-hmm. And the rainbow one, I think, was the blue one. She's got all of those. Can't remember exactly which one. But yeah, she always. I mean, she sees anything. I mean, she goes in my area, and I got nothing but toys, and her eyes like sparkle. Because she's like, Dad, I wanna grab every single toy that you have right there. Let me get them.
Do you bribe them with another toy? That's kind of what I do.
Yeah. I try to give her the okey doke, and I grab one of her toys, and then I'll start like making voices or singing for her, and then that's like, okay, I'm gonna go take these. Because one day I was singing for her, and then Jen started singing. And she started yelling at Jen and told her, like telling her stop singing. And Jen's like, I know. She's like, I can't sing. She's like, leave it to Daddy.
She literally put her hand in my mouth and told me no.
Yeah, really. She was just like, she like put her hand over her and she's like, stop it.
I can't sing at all. So she literally, I try to sing to her and she literally went like this to me. She's like, no.
The 2-year-old tells me shush and covers my mouth. Shush.
Oh, really?
She'll fake sleep to shut me up. She'll like throw her head over and fake snore. I'm like, oh, you're just trying to shut me up. Thanks. Leave her alone. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
And
she'll
then we
tell
have a Raiders blanket that they can't. It was the 4. Okay, I got it for him for Christmas. He's a Raiders fan. And then the 4-year-old jacked him. And then Sapphire was born. And that has been her blanket. Like everybody in the house, even the 4-year-old, hands down, like, nope, that's your blanket. Because the 2-year-old will go spider, ham, monkey crazy if she needs to over that blanket. Somebody else is using it. Yeah, that is her like. Yeah. She is ready to find a bat and go to war over that blanket.
That's
yeah, but, you know, kind of think about it. I'm the same way.
It's soft and black, and she just puts it over her head wherever she wants to go to sleep at.
Yep.
Yep.
Now, sometimes she'll put her toys to sleep, and if she puts them to sleep, she'll go up to us and she'll be like, shh, telling us we know it's because her toys are sleeping.
Yeah.
Right, my baby's sleeping. Be quiet.
Then that's the other thing she does. Like for me, she doesn't. I say it all the time. I was like, she doesn't call me daddy. She calls me babe. She's like babe, and all the time I'm like, yeah. She won't call me daddy at all. She still calls me babe.
Probably the worst part about having daughters is once they get to that age and you use the bathroom and you got a whole line of Barbie dolls all staring at you while you got to use the bathroom.
I told Jen, I was like, I was like, I don't want that to happen.
Well, the good thing is
bathtub toys will be around.
Yeah, I know.
No, he's gonna be lucky because we have 2 bathrooms, so you know that second bathroom will be theirs, and they can do whatever they want in there.
Go in there and just thank God. Yeah, I have my own bathroom at least.
He's like, I'm not even there.
Or when they're big enough for pranks, that's always fun. My 9-year-old, she loves April Fool's Day. That is like, if that girl had a holiday, that's like her Christmas, I'm telling you. Yeah. And she likes to do weird things like put lotion all over the toilet seat. So when you sit down and go to pull up your drawers, it's all greasy. Oh. Feeling. And then, but she'll get you good because she put it on like the top part of the light underneath the door handle. So that way you're just getting full lotioned out or something crazy. She put baking soda in the ranch one time. We had to have a discussion because she ruined like an entire bottle of ranch. Like, dude, if you're gonna drink, like you got to do it small. You cannot be wasting stuff. Like, it was a good try, but you now have to go buy a new bottle of ranch.
I'm not looking forward to. I'm seeing Robert at the comic book G Spot. He's like, just wait till she is 16. I was like, I'm taking everything a step at a time. I'm just literally I'm taking it really slow.
You and Cap have to go in on like a man cave hut that you guys borrow from time to time because everybody's going to be cycling at the same time in the house. Because he's got me and then 3 of the girls younger. So the boys, they're getting ready to graduate next year. They'll be gone, and it'll just be him. He'll be the only male with all 4 of us girls.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Whitey's out cleaning the shotgun and look at them boys, be like, I didn't mind jail.
No, that's the biggest thing with me.
A mom of teenage daughters.
What?
Yeah, I could just see Shorty's face right now. It makes me, hey, if I could freeze time, I would right now.
Yeah, because they always said, like, when my kids were, your little girl's age, it's like, and even infant, when they're just tiny, and we'll get to experience this here again soon. It's like, if they stayed that little, I would just have little cribs just lined up around the house. It looked like a damn hospital nursery in this sumbitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have babies everywhere. But they grow up to smart-ass teenagers that need mom's debit card and car keys. And, it's just, oh, God.
Oh, my God.
I don't think I slept for 3 years.
Wow, really?
You see, I'm just getting myself over that hump. And then I decided that I was going to, hit that reset button. So that's why I've now got one that'll be 8 in August. Because my others are 21 and 19.
Oh, really?
That sounds like Cap over here. You know what I mean? His boys were 14, and then I got pregnant with Sapphire.
Yeah, it was just kind of like, oh, guess what? I just want to remind you, we're still here. Yeah, I mean, I was not prepared for that. Like, I thank God for every one of my children every day, and I wouldn't take anything. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I was not mentally prepared to start over. And so when I hit that reset button, that first thought process was, holy fuck. You know, what are we going to do now? You know, because I about had mine almost grown at that point. So, you know, I mean, hell no. See, does this look like Lover's Lane?
Robert's going to bed.
Oh, good night, Robert.
Good night, Robert.
Lovies. But yeah, I mean, I just, I've had some experiences with my daughters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've helped raise nephews, and I don't know, man. I think girls are harder than boys.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are telling me, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm not looking forward. I'm literally, I look at her, and I still remember we were just looking at pictures of her when she was first born, and you know, and it was like this little thing where it's like you just put her on a pillow, and that was it. Now,
yeah, I mean, I remember in your auctions, it just like if somebody was to literally ask me how old she was, I would literally say a couple of months, because it just seems like it ain't been 6 months ago since she was pregnant the last time. And like, yeah. I'm like, wait a minute. Shit's going too fast here. We got to slow the hell down.
Oh, and this little girl, I mean, she's just like doubled in size, and she's not the average height of a 1-year-old. So she, you know, like everything, sneakers we had to buy right away, and we had to buy bigger sneakers. Had to buy her bigger clothes, and the doctor's like, yeah, she's probably gonna be tall. So I was, you know, for me, I'm like, hey, as long as she knows how to put on gloves and box, because that's one of the first things I want to teach her, because I want her to defend herself. And I grew up boxing, so I definitely want to teach her that. That's one aspect I hope she gets from me, and being able to fight. So because that's one thing I enjoyed a lot.
Yeah.
Plus, you're probably a big old softie on her too, aren't you?
Oh yeah, of course. She, you know, she melts. No matter what, she melts my heart.
Instantly, Dad! Oh no! Don't you baby her? You put her down right now. She
knows.
Don't even.
Look, my kids love me.
My daughter knows what you're holding too, shorty. She loves Reese's cups. Look, you see, she's like, yeah, she got Reese's cups.
She's like, yeah, that's my favorite. Come here, girl. I'll share it with you. I'll give you the whole pack if you come on.
You give her the whole package, she's gonna be walking on the ceiling.
That's all right, shorty. We got you.
Look, she's already looking at her. So excited.
She's like, I'm trying to not drool on myself over here. I'm feeling a girl.
Yeah, she's looking at Shorty's screen like, okay, she's got what I like. Yeah, because I'm a big. I'm not too much of a sweet tooth, but Reese's cups is probably like my kryptonite.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
that's my weakness. Like I'm not a junk food, like chocolatey sweets, but
but
I'm not a fan of chocolate. But throughout my pregnancies, it's the Hershey's cookies and cream.
Those things are disgusting.
And then the regular M&Ms. But it's only through my pregnancy that I'm like craving chocolate like that.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't eat chocolate.
Nah, she'll eat like regular candy. You know, like
I'm
sour
more into candy.
I don't know how she eats it. I'll see her eating a whole bag of Twizzlers. It's crazy.
Yeah, Twizzlers. I love candy corn. I know a lot of people will be like, what? But yes, I do love candy corn.
Yeah, I do too. A lot of people think
I was like, that's the most disgusting candy on earth. I was like, how the hell do you like candy corn?
I do like hot candy, like Fireball and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When I'm not pregnant, I love those.
Yeah.
Elizabeth
You
said there
sure?
I thought it would be donuts. Nah, no donuts. Let me tell you, being a cop, I would never dare it. Even before that, I never liked donuts. I never ate donuts. You
I
know,
did.
you know what donut would like actually change my life and made me even come close to even eating a donut was when there was a donut shop that had recently opened last year right here where we live, and they sell croissant donuts.
Oh yeah.
That was probably the best damn thing I ever had, and I've had them in New York before, but in New York people will wait from like 5 in the morning all the way until
She's watching her. It's her favorite cartoon.
She's
You
so
ate all the
cute.
sweets when you go to Queens.
I'm like not even listening to Sarah right now. I'm like totally distracted.
She's watching her favorite cartoon.
yeah, puppy dog pals.
That's
So he's
great.
they're chasing a butterfly, and she's like losing her mind here.
That is freaking awesome, though. That is epic.
And I'll be like, all right, she's stealing the show here.
She's the reason why sometimes I start crying for no reason.
Thunder. Come on now. You crazy boy.
That's funny, right?
Yeah. But nah,
All
yeah.
right, good night, Arsenio. Appreciate you coming and hanging out with us,
Get
man.
easy, Arsenio. Yeah, but no, that's probably I would
It's
never.
funny because I did eat
Yeah,
donuts.
she ate donuts in uniform. You'll never see me eat a damn
It was
donut
like
in my life.
as soon as I hit the streets, the first thing I would do was drive up
Go
to
to
a
Dunkin'
donut
Donuts.
shop, to Dunkin' Donuts, get myself my coffee and a donut, sit in my car, eat my donut and drink my coffee, and then I was ready to start the day and go do what I got to do.
And whenever she used to be so messed up because I would never go into Dunkin' Donuts in uniform. So if I was working in the area where she was working at, she'd call me. She's like, babe, hey, you're near me. Can you go into the Dunkin' Donuts and get me a Bavarian cream donut and coffee? And I was like, you're horrible. I was like, how are you gonna send me to go do that? I was like, that's terrible. I was like, I already said it. I was like, you would never see me. That's probably the first time
Like I already got the stereotype bad enough. Like now you're making me fulfill that.
Oh no! I was like, I was like despising every second of having to go into Dunkin' Donuts. But yeah, you would never. I really wasn't a donut person. It wasn't until I ate a donut. Oh my god!
So Shorty, who's your hunkiest hero? Out of all of them, who's like the most good looking to you?
Look at this. This one where I close my ears.
Wait, what was the question?
Who is the hunkiest and good-looking hero that you?
And I got to give you my top dog.
Like your top three, if it's down to three. I mean, like.
No, I don't think I could do top three. I mean,
Oh my god!
Girl.
She's like Spartan kicking the camera over here. I don't know. Tori looked like she got like a top 10 list over here.
yeah, she does. Like she's like, I
She's
can.
like waiting. She's like,
All right, then give me yours. Give me yours.
Oh no, I'm thinking.
Yeah, see, that's me. I'm like,
you just
But I mean, if we're going just like MCU movies, I totally go for Chris Hemsworth. Just saying.
I mean, I thought that was obviously too classic, so like I wasn't gonna just be like, or
I don't know which one.
But I do like Thanos.
she says she'll go for Thanos.
Yeah, I mean,
He'll make you disappear in a snap.
Now my hunky superhero is this one.
That's right. That's what I thought.
I mean, it would have. I mean, the best out there has got to be Hemsworth with Thor. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's got to be probably hands down the best one. I mean, because who else do we got? Freaking Ben Affleck and. I mean, God bless. We don't really have a lot of other good characters here. I mean, you know, our pickings are slim.
Now I'll stick to this one.
She says she'll stick to me. I'm glad to hear
Stick to
that.
Thor. I mean, I guess. I mean, you know, truly, yeah, if we had to choose, we have our own personal superheroes in our own personal life that, you know.
You could tell them which one you like.
No, I don't know which one
I don't think she's trying to think hard of who it is.
No, I don't know. I don't.
Here. Sit there. There.
I honestly don't know who.
Both of them said Thor.
Girl,
If I really had to choose one, I would say Thor too.
Yeah, I mean, I think he would have to get it hands down. I mean, just because
It has to be too because you know, she was all googly eyed when he came out in Ghostbusters, the female version, when he was playing the secretary.
No, wasn't.
Yeah, she was. She kept laughing every time the girl what was her name?
Because he was so dumb.
What's it? I'm sure. She was like, ooh.
But he was acting so dumb, no.
I'm sure.
Okay, Captain knows my celebrity crush is Ice Cube.
Oh,
Absolute
really?
100% hands down, it's Ice Cube. I can't explain it to you, but that is my celebrity crush out of everyone.
Shorty's got the face. She's like, what the hell? Shorty's over there thinking about Fabio. She's like,
no. I mean, that's like, I really don't. I mean,
that's a hard one, huh?
I mean, my two are kind of weird, but they have their reasons, and it's just because of it's the characters they play.
Okay, well, let's hear them. Yeah.
George Clooney and Jason Statham.
okay.
I can see that. Well, then I'd have to say Christian Bale's pretty sexy. He did a pretty good Batman. And Heath Ledger did a phenomenal Joker. And he
did do a phenomenal Joker.
Kind of made Joker sexy in a creepy way, I won't even lie.
Look like Weapon X guy has a lot of crushes. You said Michael Keaton as Batman, Arnold as Conan, and Liam Neeson as Darkman.
Happy Mother's Day, cake.
Oh yeah, I completely spaced the cake. All right, well, go cut some cake.
All right.
Look at that. Get some
I
cake.
have not seen the Lampoon reboot. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I haven't watched the Jay and Silent Bob reboot yet either, and I really want to.
I know why he's talking about that. Because good old Hemsworth had a prosthetic penis in that.
What?
In one scene. Yeah, it's actually pretty freaking hilarious. I'm not gonna freaking lie. That movie is hilarious.
We are gonna have to watch it, Shorty. Oh, we'll have to pick a movie and do a review. Maybe that'll be a show one week.
Hey, Foo said Aquaman was quite hunky.
Yeah, I think Jen likes Aquaman.
He is very nice.
Look at her. She's shaking her head.
Now
Yeah, she back there like a Marvel top. She back there like looking like one of them Marvel pops. Just
Exactly.
Let me
Ooh, she got me on that one.
She was like,
Dude, I'm telling you, every female that watched that movie only watched that movie because of him, and they only made that movie because they knew that they'd make tons of money off of it.
yeah, because every female.
I mean, it's the same way with comic books. Let's think about it for a minute. Do you think that Lady Death, Zombie Tramp, Vampirella, Red Sonja, do you think these would really sell if they didn't have her half naked straddling a tree stump? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it doesn't matter if it's in comic books or movies or whatever. It's sex sells. We all know that. And like, all you got to do to get some attraction to that book or to that movie, put some tits on the cover of it, and they're like flies on shit. So,
oh yeah.
Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool is absolutely amazing. I would have to agree with you. Nobody will top off that pretty face.
That was the other one that I was gonna ask you guys about too, because I know a lot of girls love Ryan Reynolds.
I'm not as big a fan as a lot of girls that do, but like Thunder God's saying his wife, he loves her some Jason Momoa. So
Yeah,
I really wish we'd figure out a way to use Charlie Hannon for something. He's
now
beautiful.
Now I know I was here the whole time thinking Jen was doing research on Aquaman, watching the movie like 10 times. But now I know
You're right. You're such a liar. Don't believe
it's like every day I come home, that son bitch was on the DVR.
Don't believe it.
she had the DVD just on loop, just playing. I was like, huh. I'm over here thinking she's trying to learn about Black Manta and all these different characters. Now I know.
You guys are such a liar.
When Batman Damned came out, I actually had read like a little insert preview and a few comics before that, and I got really stoked about it.
Uh-huh.
Or, like I wanted to read it for the story, was way excited or whatever. Well, then it comes out. Get it for me when it comes out. Find out why it's unobtainable, and he's like, yeah, you didn't want that for the story. Was the first appearance of the Batwing.
I'm sure. That's like the guys that say, hey, I read the columns in Playboy.
Why not? They have some funny shit in there. My friend, whatever.
No, that's what every guy gets. He's like, yeah, I read the articles. I'm like,
Oh, that's great.
Yep.
He's in the Daryl Brothers Momoa.
It's Momoa.
Here soon, Shorty. I'm gonna have to go to bed. I do have the big bosses coming in tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm gonna call it a night myself. My belly is starting to growl, and believe it or not, I did eat Taco Bell before the stream, so
You're that damn Taco Bell man. You just can't stay away.
No, girl, I'm telling you, Taco Bell's like my second home away from home. You don't understand, like
that's Shorty's kryptonite, because that's all I ever hear her talk about in the streams. I hear she's like, "Oh, I got Taco Bell. I got Taco Bell." I'm like, "Damn."
But for real,
Shorty loves the Taco Bell.
Yeah, we gotta get the little one to bed too.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah. Hey, Thora, real quick, have you read Old Guard?
Which one?
Old Guard.
No, I haven't checked that out. Mm-mm.
See, I hadn't either. It's called the Old Guard, and I know Z Collects does a lot of different indie stuff, and I've asked him about it, and he told me that he thought I should hang on to it and read it. He thought it was real good because where I had ordered some books, you know how people always throw in just extra freebies. So I got some freebies and got some stuff thrown in and got some extra books because of a certain price I had spent.
Yeah.
And then, like, I get it, and then lo and check it out.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because that's the show that Charlize Theron is supposed to be coming out with on Netflix.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see that I've been hearing some really mixed emotions about it. I was sent number 1 and 2, and of course 1 is actually signed, which is really freaking cool. But I don't know. I've not read anything about it, so all I've known is the few people that I've asked about it.
Yeah.
Said it's a spec book.
Oh, Barbarian said he just sold 1 and 2 for 20. I don't know nothing about the story. Nice. I've been told it was good because it's coming to Netflix. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I have it because I think I bought it when it first came out, but I just never had the opportunity to read that one because there were other books during that time that I was reading a lot. Like I know Curse Words was another one that came out during the time that the Old Guard came out, and I actually like Curse Words, and that's another one that they're talking about making a show. And I don't know I can't remember if they said that it's supposed to be coming out on Cinemax or somewhere, but I couldn't remember. But I know that they were talking about curse words being turned into a show. So yeah, I know that that's another one. But I enjoyed it, but then after that, it just started getting a little just like left field on me, where I was just kind of like I just fell off of it, and I was like, all right, I'm done reading this.
She has me massaging her. Look, and if I stop, she gets mad. My daughter,
Well,
my
I don't know.
daughter is massaging her leg, and if I stop massaging her, she gets mad.
I know. She's like, keep doing it.
I love it.
Well, we would love to have you guys on a show again. It was great hanging out, especially getting to meet another Harley Quinn collector. That was my special treat for Mother's Day, was getting to meet another collector.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. Like to be able to connect with another female in the community that, you know, whether it's pops or comics, to just, you know, pull a little bit of the females together, because we don't have very many of us out there. And so to just know that, you know, there is female support out there. So, and we start talking about female support, and look who comes back.
What?
What?
Of course.
Oh, Thunder guy, man, I appreciate it, brother. Thank you for what you did too, man. 10 years. That's telling you, man. 11 years that I did was very overbearing and a lot of stuff. So it's, you know, all the wear and tear on your body, man. I don't know. I tip my hat off to every cop out there, because you wear out. I don't even think a cop should probably last no more than 10 years. It's a very, very tough job. It's a lot of wear and tear on your body. Not just mentally. Yeah, trust me. I went through my mental battles, and I tell people every single day, you know, don't. You know, there's a lot of people that go through a lot of things mentally, and mental health is a number one priority. And the best thing that I can do is tell people to meditate. Meditation, there's people that say they can't do it. I was one of them, and I got so deep into it, and that was probably the healthiest and most natural way for me to be able to control, you know, my anxiety and PTSD. And to this day, I swear by it. And I got to take my own advice, because I fell off a whole year without meditating, because I felt good. And now it's just, you know, it kind of hits me here and there with everything going on and stuff like that. So kind of hit me the other day really bad on this past Tuesday, and I ended up having a really bad anxiety attack. And then I was like, you know what? I told Jen, I was like, I have to go back to meditating. So now I wake up way before they do. I start meditating in the mornings, and then if I can't do it because they end up waking up at the same time, then I'll just wait till my daughter goes to take a nap, and then I'll do it. But meditation is it's very hard in the beginning, because a lot of people don't understand how to keep a clear mind, and without having to talk to yourself or say anything. And that's very difficult to anybody, because you know you almost feel like you're lonely. But once you get there and you're able to clear your mind and do a lot of the things that you know that you could possibly clear yourself from, because we're so overwhelmed with so many things that you have on everyday life. And one of the best things that I did was I went with literally my brother. I call him my brother. His name's Wyan. He's my tattoo artist, and he took me to a Buddhist temple in Maryland, and that was probably one of the best places I could have gone to. And they taught you how to be, you know, just one within yourself, and just being able to control your thoughts, and not allow your thoughts to pretty much engulf your life. And it's literally, I mean, the best way that I told myself, Elizabeth, on how to be able to deal with it was and meditate was when one of the Buddhist monks was telling me, just focus on your breath the whole time. And when you're inhaling, feel the breath going up your nose, and when you exhale, feel the breath coming out of your lungs and out of your mouth. And you just repeatedly keep doing that. And that literally, I'm telling you, that was probably the best way of keeping myself from clearing out my mind and not being able to talk to myself like that. But it does. It takes a giant toll on your mind and body.
It's like, for example, with me, I didn't do 10 years because I ended up pregnant with my daughter and stuff. So I resigned right after. But even the amount of years that I did, it took a toll on me. Like mentally, it takes a toll on you regardless. Whether you think it won't, but eventually it'll start hitting you. Because, you know, I guess I've suffered of anxiety since I was young, but I never really paid attention to it. And then now it's like it hits me constantly.
Yeah.
Like I get anxiety attacks all the time. And I was at a point that I was getting 3 and 4 anxiety attacks a day.
Yeah. And that's why I told her, and she's one of those. She's like, I feel like I get more anxious when somebody's trying to tell me what to do while I'm meditating. And I said I was the same way, but at some point you just have to give that up and just go into the mode of being able to meditate and do all those things. So, but no, I definitely would recommend meditation for anybody. And Elizabeth,
For me, I do the frequency. I go on YouTube and I put anxiety frequency. I think it's like the 420 something.
yeah, it's like some
And
gigahertz or something like
yeah,
that.
that's what helps me.
And she said it helps. For me, it doesn't. For me, it's more like I just have to get away, be in a silent place, and just sit there.
We have like each person that goes through it has to find like a specific thing that helps them. Because whenever I get it, he knows how I get. I need to eat a lot. Like I just start eating whatever I can find, and that helps me calm down.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Elizabeth, the one thing that I could tell you that helps out is there's an app called Headspace, and then there's another app called Calm, and they do an awesome job on how to meditate and do all that stuff. So just to give you a heads up on that, but you know that'll help you out. I definitely will tell you that suffering from PTSD, meditation helps out a ton.
I can't believe this girl.
So, is there any words of inspiration that either of you two would like to leave the community with before we end the show?
Yeah, we're gonna go to Thorough and Jen and let them do their little.
Just take every day, as a blessing. Take every day slow, and admire and appreciate all the little things. That's the reason why I think we all live an anxious life, whether people don't want to admit it or not. But yeah, take everything a step at a time. Don't rush into anything.
And let those near you know that you care and love them.
Yeah, that's the number one thing. We're not all guaranteed. We're all it's like I said, we're all on borrowed time. So just remember, time is valuable. It's of an essence, and just live life. That's really what it comes down to. We're so busy getting caught up with stuff, a bunch of bullshit sometimes, or we get caught up with everyday social media, and it's like sometimes literally just take a deep breath and just admire the little things, look at the stars, do whatever you got to do, and it helps out a lot. But other than that, Shorty, appreciate you. Thank you so much for having us on.
Thank you for having us.
The wife didn't want to come on by herself, so I had to come in and tag team with her.
Hey, we enjoy having you. It gives us a minute to get to know Thorough outside of the auction and
appreciate that.
Get to see him in his, like you said, your family life, because at the end of the day, that's what's important to us all.
Oh yeah,
family life with your queen, the beautiful mother to your children. We were excited that you actually got to share her with us. It's a pleasure, and we felt honored. We were super stoked when Shorty texted me and said that she was coming on the show. I was like, "Oh my goodness, I can't wait!"
Thank you guys.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, Tori, thank you so much, and hopefully you enjoyed what came in the box for you and Captain Comics.
With all comics I actually needed too, so that made it even more exciting. Like I said, I read the note, almost started crying, so then I told Cap, and I was like, "Okay, we can do a video on this," but like.
No, definitely, yeah, and everybody, just stay blessed. Like I said, take every day, for what it is. And I know we have, trust me, all of us go through a lot of shitty stuff in life. Nobody's life is perfect. Nobody's life is a TV show or a movie. You just gotta come to that realization, and give yourself time, and sometimes give yourself some time to yourself too. And that's the reason why I do, my comic book stuff. That helps me out a lot.
Yeah, that's a big factor for me. Is like comics are they're a big decompression stage.
Oh yeah, big time. That yeah, and that's the word that I always love to use was decompress.
Yeah, because that's
You
exactly what you're doing. Because you can just feel it. Just so.
No,
Well,
big time.
Thorough and Jen, we thoroughly enjoyed having you and baby Thorough's lungs over there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no.
She still has me massaging her legs.
She's
Awesome.
eyeballing your Reese's cups in the back right there.
Oh, well, you know what? Next time I send you a box, I'm sending that baby some Reese cups.
She gonna have my daughter jumping through the roof here. No, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having us on here.
Thank you.
Thank
All right,
you very much. See you guys.
Happy Mother's
All right,
Day.
Miss.
That too.
Happy Mother's Day, Jen.
Happy Mother's Day.
Day.
Happy Mother's
All
Day.
right, Miss Tori.
All right. Thank you guys all for coming. I think Shorty and I are gonna try to make this a week. We don't know what our topic will be on next week. It might be a little on a different day. Everybody to just listen in your spot.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate everybody that has hung out here with us and had this epic almost 4 hours. Again, happy Mother's Day to all my moms out there. I hope you had a wonderful day and you got the much needed love and rest that you deserve. Tori and us will be back on probably next Sunday night again, I'm sure. Never know what we'll have in store for next week. Catch us sometime throughout the week on different streams. You never know where we're going to pop up, guys. You really don't. But until then, love each other, stay safe, and much love, guys. I mean it. And we're out.